Hello everyone, hello guys, how are you all doing today? It's day 4, of course, of the league phase, day 6 rather, of the league phase. And first game, no time wasted, we get straight into it. It's ECL versus NATO Gaming, and now we see back and forth. But before we get straight to the game, hello Kijo, how are you doing today?
Hi, Black. I am extremely excited for today. I cannot say the same for these teams though, because the pressure is only getting even worse out here today. We're on day 6. It's the second last day of the Pro Series phase, and you can see these teams are still fighting for their chance to climb the leaderboard. As we get straight into it, our first game of the night, ECL versus NATO. ECL on the blue side and NATO Gaming on the yellow are already fighting over P1, where ECL have taken the lead, and Aryan comes through with a 3-piece, make that a 4-piece with his VMP as he completely annihilates the point. Retro, the OBJ Princess over here, holding down P1 as we head into scrap time, and Eclipse Gaming taking the lead with over 30 seconds in point, while NATO Gaming are still stuck in single digits.
Oh my goodness, Aryan already starting it out very aggressive there. But now looking at the scoreboard, we do see 38-9. Eclipse Gaming seem to be back, of course. That picked up 2 pieces with the XM4 there, 38-9. Somehow NATO Gaming now the second hill, the P2. I know what this beat is all about. It's all about boxing the enemies out, boxing the enemies, and making sure they don't enter. And to be a potential money hill, that's the bread finding one for play. But so far, things are looking good for ECL.
They're looking good for ECL now, but it is still very early on in the game. ECL, the first team to pass that 50-point mark and climbing, while NATO is still stuck in that single digits. It cannot be a very good night for them. Retro, coming through with a 3-piece there of his own, trying to keep up, make that a 4-piece, trying to keep up with Aryan himself, who is carrying the team at this moment. Sparrow out now in point, trying to keep the NATO players off of P2, and it gets a 3-piece, keeping NATO off of P2 completely, not even giving them a chance to get a single second of scrap time, as rotations are already in play. And as you can see from the mini-map, ECL have early rotations once again.
Yeah, early rotations. I mean, we do see them dominate the P2. We did see them dominate the P1. And now NATO Gaming are struggling to even make it to a 2-number digit. It's still 93-9. And Eclipse Gaming getting closer to that 100-point mark. Arian still doing numbers. Now the equalizer comes out for the man. Now 14 kill. I'm gonna ask the question, what plans does NATO Gaming have? Because now Eclipse Gaming gets past the 100-point mark and are getting closer to the 150. But Nova's being found on the side of NATO Gaming, but that kill is still in favor for Eclipse Gaming, and finally NATO getting 2-digit points.
They finally passed that 10-point mark, while ECL have passed the 100. This is an incredible gap that ECL have put in front of themselves and in front of NATO as we finish things up over here on P3. Arhin trying to break into the point now. He manages to take down Sway as he gets taken down by Anime, who is in the point right now. And the last few seconds are what NATO are fighting for. ECL are not going to let them have it, though. They are greedy today. They came into Match 1 absolutely hungry, and they want those OBJ points all for themselves. We're going to see rotations now onto P4, and we can clearly see the fact that the lack of one player from NATO, Ray, not being here tonight is definitely showing for the side of NATO. The team is quite literally struggling without him.
Yeah.
Oh, as we can see that ECL have passed 125. NATO now on 34, as point is going back and forth between the two teams. ECL struggling to get in from P2, and Sway managing to keep them off. Twix now trying to keep off Dad. Retro and Arhin breaking into point, and it's contested. Arhin coming through with another 2-piece of his own. Retro fighting back to gain dominance over P4 here as we get into the last 30 seconds, and it's still contested. NATO Gaming reaching that 40-point mark, and we have a Sparrow in play that only manages to get 1 kill on D. A Kobe there from Xavier taking down Sway. The ECL boys did not come to play tonight. Even though it's day 6 of the tournament, guys, they are still showing up and showing out like it's day 1. They're going to close in on that 150, while NATO Gaming still stuck almost 100 points behind. Guys, please, there is a poll in chat. Let me know who you guys think is going to win. Are we going to see a comeback here from NATO Gaming, or Eclipse Gaming going to take entire control over this first hardpoint game? It is a best of 3, so hopefully we see a lot more action tonight, but Eclipse Gaming are bringing their A game.
Yeah, a game is gonna be, or just Kijo had to step up to get rid of something. But then 150-point mark, Eclipse Gaming, super close. It's just one more point, and yes, they get it. 151, 151, and of course, things are starting to look good. Eclipse Gaming, though, they still have that lead at 4 now. Clay picking up with the BFB now. That comes out with a claw. It's the hill again, and now we want to go in for a listening in for NATO Gaming to know what's going on in their heads.
Oh, they're getting too much of.
Yeah, sorry, Kiju.
Pick up this.
Oh, bridge.
There's some people on.
They're coming driveway. They're coming driveway.
Yo, there's one set. 1 point.
I'm all in spawns. I'm all in
3 point.
They're concussed.
How deep?
They have me. They got me sparrows.
How deep?
They got one machine, but
It's not in points. No in points.
There's one in point.
2 in point. One more at the back.
Jeez, they have stuns in points.
Bro, they all in that deal.
Yeah.
2 point. Push down. Push up.
Just go set up one.
Okay, I'm going in. People need tricks.
Yo, behind me, orange. Just go in.
Come now.
What is?
Yeah, there's one coming.
Goodness, Kijo, that show was NATO Gaming trying to coordinate themselves in spite of what the scoreboard is looking like. As we see NATO Gaming getting even closer to that 50-point mark, now 217. And honestly, the heel taken back by NATO, well, better late than never.
Well, they are doing an incredible job of holding it down. As we can see, ECL now, as much as they have spawns, they are still struggling to get into the point. We're seeing 2 pieces and 3 pieces across the board. The kill feed is looking blue, but NATO Gaming doing a spectacular job of trying to turn things around here and give us the process that we all came for. Oh, Retro now with the 3 pieces. He breaks into point and takes control of it in favor of ECL. Here, Dad coming in to show his support. Claw is out, and through the smoke, he finds one, finds a second, and he's beaming right into Spawn to take down NATO before they can get in the point. Sparrow comes to take him out, though. Twix with a Predator missile on Xavier, stopping him from getting into point. And Retro with the 3-piece with his death machine. All operators are out here on P3 as we head into those last few seconds. And ECL have already set up Spawn here for P4. Much like they've done the last time, we have a player on rocks, we have a player holding mid, and now NATO are going to struggle to get into point as it's contested. Twix tries his luck, gets taken down though by Xavier's War Machine. Sway and Silver fall victim to it as well. D breaking into point, takes down Arkin, but gets taken out with the trophy system as Anime pushes in with his own War Machine, holds it down, contests it, and gains it in favor of NATO Gaming. They're not going down without a fight, but they have a long way to catch up, while ECL on their home stretch in order to win this hardpoint.
Well, like I said, it's better late than never. It's better you do it late than you never do it at all. And that's NATO Gaming narrative right now. They close the 100-point mark. ECL 7 more points, make that 4. They will have the hill. 2 more points there to make that 1. And ECL are closer than ever to the target for Retro. Gets a 2-piece. That finds the nade, and that will close the hard point win for Eclipse Gaming on Hardpoint Combine.
Oh, God, how do I even react to this? The only thing that comes to mind is as how. You know, as Cal would say, this is the comeback that the Nigerian teams needed. After the way they've been thrown around and thrashed by the other teams in the tournament, this is the comeback. I'm extremely proud of ECL tonight. They're showing up and they're showing us that the Nigerian teams are not backing down without a fight.
Yeah, not backing down without a fight indeed. I do love the fact that NATO Gaming, though, they still fought hard in spite of what it looked like. I mean, in the early games, we saw a situation where NATO Gaming really struggled to even get 2-digit points. We saw that they were stuck at 9 for quite a long time. ECL got to the 100-point mark. Things were looking really bad for NATO Gaming. But hey, at some point, they said, we can show up. It might not be early, but we can still show up and prove that, okay, we tried our best. Now, Anime, 121 impact, 30 bomb dropped. And on the other side, we see 45 for Clay and 192 impact, but 197 on that.
Absolutely incredible stats here. 45 kills there from, I think that's, I'm just going to call him Clay as you called him. And the impact from down 197 with over 1 minute and 30 seconds in point. Almost every player from ECL side had over a minute in point, except for Clay. He's the only one who had 42 seconds. And then on the side of NATO, not a single player passing that 1 minute point mark in OBJ. It's almost like they were playing TDM here. We can see from the kill feed as well, only Anime passed the 30 kill mark. Well, barely, he got 30 on the dot. And 3 other players with 20 kills. That's not looking good here for NATO, but they do play a lot better with regards to S&D. Hopefully on Coastal is where they will turn things around if they do want to push a reverse sweep and push that reverse map. Knowing we all love to see control. So hopefully things work out in their favor and we get to see our first and hopefully not only map 3 of the night.
Yeah, hopefully we get to see our first, but I can see the comments right now and a lot of people are saying, ECL, please don't choke like you did to S7. Well, I think we can all remember that narrative. Yeah, we can all remember that narrative. And I'm also hoping, right? Everyone wants to see good performance, but no one wants to see that performance thrown away. No one wants to see that performance getting choked out. And now we get to the S&D where we know how coastal S&D is. We've seen those sets. We've seen those wall banks. We know how they come through. And let's see if ECL actually has it in store for NATO Gaming like they showed us in the hard points. Let's see if NATO Gaming will make a comeback and say to ECL, well, the hard points, we had a bit of a slip up and we fixed it and push out that control on raid like you said we all want to see.
Well, we did see a reverse sweep from NATO Gaming on day 5. They lost the hard point. If I'm not mistaken, it was to H9, I think. And then they came back in the S&D. And obviously, we had to push for a control where they won it 3-1. So they do have the potential for a reverse sweep in them. It's just a matter of how they play their cards and how they hold their angles.
Yeah. And now matters how they play their cards, indeed. But still, looking at the league standings, we are seeing Eclipse Gaming on number 7 and NATO Gaming on number 4. Of course, looking at the series win-losses, we see 2 losses actually on the side, or 3 losses actually on the side of NATO Gaming and 2 wins. And then we see ECL where they have more losses, but the gameplay is saying something else completely. So, comeback much?
Well, we're hoping that ECL can find their way up these league standings, especially with the recent transfer that was put into place. We could see that Ahin, formerly from Aura 233, has now joined ECL. And I mean, the absolute chaos that he caused in the beginning of the hardpoint match. If that didn't intimidate any of the players from NATO, I don't know what will.
Well, you know what they say, Kijo. Sometimes the gameplay is all that determines everything. We've seen the league standings, we've seen the hardpoint score, we've seen the maps, we've seen everything else. But NATO Gaming, yeah, we saw them on 4th, we saw ECL on 7th, and we saw the stats when it comes to win losses, we saw the stats when it comes to other things, but the gameplay was seeing something else. NATO Gaming were the ones that, looked like they should be there, but then ECL said, okay, Black, we can show you something else. And I like the fact that they're on form. Please, ECL, keep this up. We've seen you put on this kind of show. We've seen that being choked. Don't make that happen again. So let's see something different tonight. Let's see a different gameplay. Let's see you keep this up and 2-0, end this. No time for back and forth. No time for that. But NATO Gaming, come on, preserve your start. Let's see a reverse sweep.
Well, they're definitely going to hope and pray for that as we take a look at the calm before the storm. We're hopefully going to see a lot of snipes tonight because just by looking at the roster from ECL alone, Ahin is such a strong sniper on the side of ECL, and they have Kral. Kral has taken down Daniello from Cyclone multiple times, and he is not going to be going down without a fight. He's an S&D demon. And on the side of NATO, you do have a strong sniper. We're missing Astro here today, and of course Ray with his Type 63. But maybe Anime and Sway will show us something different as we head straight into round one. 30 seconds already down down the hole, and not a single body has been dropped.
Yep, the usual early game shy and just respect they show each other here, for the start of the S&D. Then take some shots there, Retro. The man will survive though. And 5v5 numbers still stay preserved between both these teams. D now with VMP, Silva as well with VMP. The man is just holding his own position there. And the Crew, one of the top snipers of ECL, just hoping and waiting for that person to walk into his scope and potentially just take him out. Both teams still holding position. We see the map now. The A side, we see 3 players of NATO Gaming. Now the B side, we see 2 players camped around that spot, but now D might run into someone soon. Maybe Retro at the corner, or Crew just waiting and waiting. They are just holding positions, every single one of them, but we might get to see one in the scope soon. That's Arhead finding D, and that's one down. Maybe another numbers back and forth. Anime finds Arhead, Twix falls as well. Now 3v4, bomb being planted by ECL. No time wasted here, holding the hand. Anime, Condra takes the shot but misses it. Now Silver falls, Retro takes him out. Anime looking for a chance, will not get it. The man is just waiting for that time. Perhaps another shot, perhaps a touch and burn, misses another shot again. Since the man doesn't miss, and that's one down, make that 2. Anime wanted to get 3. That is down. It's a 2v2. Numbers are still tied.
Numbers have equalized. They were in favor of ECL, but Anime managing to bring it down to not only a 2v2, but now a 2v1, leaving Retro all on his own with more than enough time for NATO to defuse. I think Retro was having a bit of connectivity issues there, but the 3-piece that we just saw from Anime, guys, if Anime is not on your fantasy team already, please, for the next day, put him on your team, because that 3-piece was absolutely delicious. If he's not full from that, we're going to see more incredible kills from him coming through. But we're heading into round 2 now. ECL are planting for our first few rounds. Nature Gaming are defending, and they're doing an amazing job at that, hoping to push this reverse sweep out as they already have the first round in the bag. You can see ECL are very patient when it comes to planting. They definitely took their time in the last round, but as you can see on a map like Coastal, you need to watch your angles. D getting taken down by Dad. First blood of the second round right here as he pushes into mid. All the snipers on both teams holding their angles. They don't want to peek unnecessarily here. We can see a push coming into play. Silver managing to find one, takes out Dad. Doesn't get any more as Retro takes him down before pushing onto bomb site. We can see them taking cover now. Are they going to plant the bomb? But Anime standing in their way, taking out Retro. Sway taking out Krull as well. And now it's a 3v2. Oh, make that a 1v2. Now we're leaving Argen all on his own with a Type 63 and a Dream.
Yep. So far, things are starting to look good for the boys of NATO Gaming. They do have numbers advantage. Hopefully, they keep this up because they have taken the first round of the S&D. So this is exactly what they need to potentially start out a reverse sweep. And so far, I gotta like the fact that they are just waiting and be respectful towards each other here, Kijo.
Argen coming through with 1 kill on Sway, equalizing the numbers here now. Now it's just him and Twix left, last 2 standing from both their teams. Argen manages to get the bomb. Not sure if he has enough time to rotate all the way to the other bomb site here, but he will have to go for the plant. Last 10 seconds on the clock. And Twix, who I'm pretty sure is carrying a PKM, if I'm not mistaken, left to struggle his way against the sniping god that is Argen. Over 30 seconds left on the clock now. Will ECL manage to tie it up, or is Twix going to bag a back-to-back round for NATO?
Well, we'll see about that. The man is just thunder in hand, waiting potentially for Twix to run into his scope. And it's a 1v1, and they're just playing hide and seek at this point. And, I run into here, you run the other way, and perhaps we run into each other once in a while, and a back shot almost. Type 63 weapon in hand. If a back shot does not come through, a side shot maybe will make it work. And Eclipse Gaming tie things out. It's 1-1, round 3. Here we go.
Well, we're definitely going to see a closer game than we saw in Hardpoint. 1 round to each of these teams heading into round 3. And ECL are definitely gaining, or well, keeping that momentum that they had in the hardpoint match. We can see NATO Gaming still defending. They are spreading themselves out pretty evenly as a flash grenade comes through, completely blinding all of us here. Silver taking down Dad, Twix coming through and taking out Krull. Silver with another kill on a Retro, and now ECL are in a 2v4 here as Silver drops to Xavier coming through with his XM4. Can see a little push on the B side here. Xavier dropping to D, was just hiding in the corner all on his own. Aryan coming through to defend them though, as he is stuck in yet another 1v2 situation.
What was that? Wow! What the hell? My goodness. Okay, I hate that C3 now. The man just might walk into this one. We see Twix now positioned in between. And of course, D just there. They are just waiting for the man. And it's just 1v2. Might want to check your corners now. Prone! But Arahim says, even prone, you will not catch me off guard. Takes D down. And now Twix is another last. We see another 1v1 last man standing situation here. It's deja vu all over again. And both guys would have to just play hide and seek one more time. Hopefully this time another different outcome. Or perhaps history will.
And we can see Aryan going in for a plant. Letting that happen. Finally manages to turn things in his favor, in NATO's favor. And now NATO are one round up. It's one round, but hey, this might be the start of a potential win streak here with regards to rounds. Let's see if NATO Gaming can keep it up. You can see they are still defending here, and Twix being a bit more aggressive than he usually was. Not as respectful as he was before. He just wants to get this S&D over and done with. As Arhin comes through and takes out Anime. Krull with the snipe on D as well, putting NATO at a disadvantage for lives here. 3v5, make that a 1v5. Twix and Silver have just fallen as well. And now Sway all on his own against the entire ECL team as Bomb is being planted.
Hell, you can pick out Sway. This is the moment where you can convince everyone to add you to their fantasy team. So show me what you can do, man. Show us what you can do, man. And I just might add you to mine, but still, let's see how things will go. It's 1v5 crew and Dad just positioning themselves and just waiting. The man is looking for that pixel. And yes, that pixel does do that for us. Crew on the side will not miss. We'll put him down straight up. It's 2-2, round 5. Here we go.
Back and forth these rounds go. The trades go off in the kill feed, and now they're going off in the round feed as well. 2 for 2. Both these teams completely equal when it comes to S&D, and none of them getting the upper hand. They're just like, they're so equal when it comes to the S&D rounds. You get around, I get around, we're sharing, guys. Sharing is caring, and both of these teams just want a chance to prove themselves and increase their score on the league standings. Arhin coming through, gets taken down. First blood there for ECL. Absolute valuable player to take down this early on in the round. Dad dropping as well to a snipe from Anime, but Krull trying to come through here on the side of A-Long, hopefully to get a value with his sniper in hand. Bomb has been planted on a bomb site already, and it's a 2v4 here. Not sure if that was the wisest decision. Xavier coming through, managed to take out Twix, but Anime putting him into the next round. Krull taking down Silver, he takes down Anime as well. It's a 1v1. It's just Krull and D left. Oh my goodness, I blinked. There's 20 seconds left on the clock, and he's going for the defuse. No, Krull, what have you done?
That is how you play it. That is exactly how you play it. Congrats to NATO Gaming there. I love the fact that they remembered that S&D is not just TDM, guys. S&D has an objective. Plant the bomb, defuse the bomb. Everything is not 1v1. 5v5, we get straight into round 6. Of course, NATO Gaming now taking the lead and breaking out from that tie. We will see things work out well for them here. Right now, that takes out D. That's one down. Now Sway sees the man slice through, but somehow D did not find the kill. 4v5, numbers advantage to Eclipse. Gaming and the smoke comes through now. Numbers fall back and forth. Anime 5-star, 2-4, Sivia 4, Sway 4, and 3v2. Somehow NATO Gaming have equalized the numbers. It's 2v2. Make that 2v1. ECL will say no. We will equalize the tie, the rounds as well. But now, Crew and Arhen, last man standing for ECL. Can't they make it work?
Against Anime from NATO Gaming. Krull wants his revenge. He's not happy that they ninja defused under his nose in the last round. And of course, since we're in the spirit of sharing, I'm sure ECL want to bring up the score 3-3 because what's more entertaining than a neck and neck S&D match keeping all of us at the edge of our seats, all in with the bomb in hand. Anime has to figure out which bomb site they're pushing because he just has a sniper and a VMP in hand, more than enough to take out two players, but only if he plays his cards right. Bomb has been planted on A. The timer has started, less than 40 seconds left on the clock with Krull and Ahin left to hold down the bomb. Please do not let another ninja defuse happen under y'all's noses as Anime is going to push up into bomb now. Hopefully he realizes the urgency of the situation, but please, please, please check your corners. Check every single corner, even if you think they're not going to be there. Something tells me they're going to catch him off guard, and Krull gets his revenge for the last round, takes down Anime, and equalizes the score for ECL.
Well, to be fair, he did take that last round first now, so it's kind of understandable that that would happen. And of course, they tied things up again. And I hope these teams remember that there is no overtime. So if you keep this up, whoever gets there first to that 7 points gets the win. So hopefully one of these teams gets it. And of course, it can only be one team. They still have numbers there though. We're gonna get straight to round 7. Starting to think things a little bit slow here. And just chilling, that's cool. The touch and burn, just a few misses, but Retro finds Sway, and now Silver trades him out. Anime aces the man, one shot does, Crawl falls, vital kill, and now ECL have lost that. It's now 3v3, 3v4.
3v4 indeed, as we drop to a 2v4 here, and ECL are losing numbers quickly. Xavier being the third member to drop there. Ahin and Dad, the last two standing. Ahin dropping to D, and Dad is left all on his own against Twix and D in the 7th round here. We've switched sides though. NATO Gaming are planting, so no more ninja diffusers for them, but maybe Dad can turn things around and finally put ECL in the lead here in the S&D. Over 30 seconds left on the clock. We see him sneaking up here, trying to peek the corner. Hopefully no one is right next to him. He's going to have to play this very strategically. And it almost seems like NATO are taking the same positions that ECL did in the last round. Dad making sure to check all his corners and dreading going into shop. He can see one, sees D, gets a few hit markers on him, tries for the wallbang, but he cannot confirm the kill there as he is going to get taken down.
Yeah, those shots give it. Well, at least he did almost get one there. So, props to that. And of course, we get straight to round 8, and now NATO Gaming takes the lead. And my goodness, reverse sweep potentially in the making for NATO Gaming. At this point, it's first to get there. We're gonna know whether we're gonna go for a control or we're gonna stay here and end it in a 2-0 fashion. And now we see a good play being destroyed. 5v5 and numbers almost not tied, but then back and forth, 3 members of NATO Gaming move forward just like that. That's 4. Make that a 3-piece, 2-piece actually. XM4 picked up, and the entirety of NATO Gaming is gone. Eclipse Gaming take that round.
Oh my goodness. If I'm not mistaken, Retro got a 4-piece that round. I should have added him to my fantasy team because what the hell was that? I did not expect that to come through in the blink of an eye. He takes out 2. He was still hungry. He gets another 2-piece. And the round is over just like that. Heading into round 9 now. As you can see, NATO Gaming are still on the planting side and things are closer than ever. Guys, this is only a 7... Well, they only have to get to 7 rounds. It's getting closer and closer with every single round. There's no overtime. Thank the Lord for that, because I cannot sit here the whole night. And only round 9, both these teams are so neck and neck. NATO deciding where to push with the bomb here because they do not want to lose any valuable members on the way. We can see Silver making sure he's checking the angle here on the flank side for his teammates as they push out onto bomb side where it's heavily, heavily guarded by 3 ECL members, and they are just eagerly waiting to push through.
Eagerly is going to be the right word to use there, but they would have to use patience now because 4-4, the rounds are tied in number. And both these teams realize that there's no overtime. So whoever gets to 7 first, you can't afford to be careless. You can't afford to move without strategy and move without purpose in situations like this. But now they are just sticking together. Meanwhile, the boys of ECL splitting their numbers across the map, the A and the B side, as the numbers will start to fall. Arhin being the first blood drawn. That's Anime finding Crew. Sway falls, Retro finds him, and now 4v3. Numbers advantage to NATO Gaming.
Numbers advantage to them indeed, bringing it down to a 3v4 here, make that a 2v4 in favor of NATO. ECL only have 2 members left as they dropped, and now it's just down to 1. There's a lovely PKM in hand, is not going to do much as they come through with the VMP to secure that round. The NATO Gaming boys are showing no mercy here tonight. They're absolutely taking out revenge for that hardpoint game, and they want to push that third map in their favor. You can see a few snipes coming through from Anime in mid here. Doesn't want to let anyone get past and out of his scope. Nature Gaming still planting though as we head into round 10 and see which way things are going to go. ECL probably want to equalize. Nature Gaming want to get more than a 1-round lead. But it's S&D, guys. Anything can happen. Like the fact that Arhin just dropped to a wallbang from Anime there as he drops the first blood for the 10th round, putting ECL in a 4v5 situation.
4v5 situation indeed. Now Xavier, PKM in hand. The man is just waiting. And Bokru says, no waiting. He takes out D, 4v4. Numbers are now tied. He's taking this round quite slowly. That's Crew now trying for jump and shave. But no, Xavier finds one. PKM in hand. As Anime falling Silver with the VMP. That's waiting for someone to run through and run past. Rather, that's 2-piece there for Twix. And now the man is just styling. Retro and Dad sent to the next round. 3v2 is where we are at.
Kral and Xavier against Sway, Silver, and Twix. Let's see what the PKM can do in the hands of Xavier here. And Kral with his sniper, they seem like an unstoppable team at this point in time, but bomb has been planted on B sites, and now these two are left to not only take them down, but hopefully go for the defuse. More than 30 seconds left on the clock, more than enough time for these two to do it. And if there's any two that can do it, it's a teamwork from these two guys. They're going to push in together, but watch out for the sandwich there as Kral drops. Xavier coming through, manages to clutch the round with more than enough time for Eclipse Gaming to defuse the bomb. No toxicity, no violence, just get the job done. What a clutch there from Xavier.
My goodness, this is definitely gonna be a close one, Kijo, because right now we started off from a 1-0, 1-1. We did that until right now where we are 5-5, and soon they can't do this anymore because 7 is close. This might be a match point round. This will be a match point round for either of these teams. So it's who gets there first. And you can see Little Gaming really just trying so hard to force out that control map. And of course, that's what you want to do. You want to make sure you potentially take the best of 3. But then, hey, the gameplay will decide, and let's see how it goes. But Anime now with the Tundra, looking for someone, perhaps potential kill. And both these teams just starting to get anxious. Well, they are close to the end of the S&D, so anxiety is going to start brewing up in either of these teams. And then both of them just keeping their distance and just making sure they stay together. But look at the positioning now. We see 2 players on the side of ECL on that A side. And man, this is looking good.
I mean, it's neck and neck. The numbers are closer than ever. 2v3 here as bomb is being planted on A bomb site, and Retro and Dad are the last 2 from ECL. Again, up against 3 members from NATO Gaming. It always seems to be either a 2v1 in favor of NATO or a 2v3 again in favor of NATO. NATO always has the numbers. Are we seeing... Oh, bomb is only being planted right now. Sway didn't manage to confirm it the first time there. Still leaving us in a 2v3 situation. Dad and Retro going in it together though. In the spirit of High School Musical as they push in together. No switch and bait routine here. Retro managing to get a 2-piece. Can he make it another 3 as he confirms that? And another clutch round here for ECL in their favor. 6-5 and things are getting heated.
This might be it. But then let's see if they can actually make this work, Kicho, because this is, I mean, There's no overtime. There's no overtime, and these teams know that. And if you're NATO Gaming, well, you don't want that to happen. Yeah, you don't want them to take it because you want to make sure you make that reverse sweep happen. And now we see 5v5. We're in round 12, and of course, both these teams, especially NATO Gaming, are really agitated. This could be a potential final round for them, and a potential last chance for them to force out that control map. And if you're ECL, you have a 1-round cushion. You're looking good. One more round, you have taken the best of 3 series in a 2-0 fashion. So things are looking good. That's anime. Now smoke runs out. The man is just waiting as well. 5v5. Numbers are still tied. You can tell they're really taking this round very seriously and very patiently.
Definitely. They do not want to mess things up when they are this close to the finish line. It is match point here as Dad, the first to drop on the side of Eclipse Gaming, putting NATO in yet again a life advantage in this potential match point round here. 5-6 in favor of ECL. Guys, we're only on round 12. NATO are still planting, so they can take it a bit easy. And Anime coming through to take out Arhin. Krell with his deadly sniper taking out D and Anime on opposite sides of A bomb. You're holding it down single-handedly while he waits for backup. Retro and Xavier are going to try and come to his assistance, and now it's a 3v3. Krall does not want to mess up here.
Yep, you don't want to mess up. This could be a potential final map. You don't want to give NATO Gaming that best of 3. You don't want to get NATO Gaming that third map, that control. End things here, end things 2-0, make it work. But now, if anyone can, it's going to be Crew, it's going to be Xavier, it's going to be Retro, because we've seen Retro do numbers. That's the VMP, but no, not able to find Twix. The man runs away, leaves to tell the tale, and 3v3 numbers still preserved. The pop now planted, of course, the objective now working in favor of NATO Gaming, and Retro still in the building. The man is just waiting. We see 2 players prone on the side of Eclipse Gaming as well. But Silver takes out Retro, and now 2v3 is where we are at. Prone with the sniper. Xavier as well. PKM weapon in hand. Gunshot fired, but Silver will fall. Now Xavier fights to get straight up by Twix. It's 1v2. Prone, the last man started. The sniper will miss. And now what can he do? They know where he is. Location given out. That's the touch and burn. Twix, the man doesn't still survive, still needs to tell the tale. 1v2, the back shot from Twix will deny Eclipse Gaming their cushion and push things out into a final round. Who wants it more?
Oh my god, I have actual freaking goosebumps right now. If there's anyone who could have clutched that, it was Krall. And oh, well, speaking of the devil, he already takes out Sway less than 10 seconds into the round here. This last and final round takes out Anime as well. Krall, the absolute man that you are. 14 kills, tied up with Twix here for the highest kill in the lobby. And with Anime as well. Arhin coming through, taking out D. And it's a 2v5 situation here. Sway and Twix against the entire team of ACL. 1 minute, 30 seconds left on the clock. Do we still think this can go either way, guys? I'm not too sure about that.
Yep, Kuro and Arhin just putting the numbers to rest one after the other. Crew takes 3, Arhin takes 1, and now the last man being Twix. Arhin says, hey, leave the rest to me, bro. He takes 2, and that's ECL taking the S&D. But that, Kijo, that was close.
This is the comeback that Nigeria needed. Guys, y'all were talking down ECL for being one of the bottom 2 teams. People were saying ECL can't do it. Look at this. Oh, I am absolutely ecstatic. I am so happy for them. I am so proud. 250 to 94. You kept NATO under 100 in hardpoint and a 7-6 in S&D. Oh my god. Oh my god. I need to go make my entire fantasy team full of ECL right now.
Well, I wouldn't do that, Kijo. I think you're actually reacting based on what's happening right now. But still, that is a good remark they do get from you. But still, Crew, we are seeing 157 impact there. We are seeing KD 115 dropped. You can tell the man absolutely performed well this round, and now 10 for Xavier, 12 for Retro, 11 for Arhin, and that's 6. And on the other side, we see 150 impact, 14 and 14 for Anime and Twix. Wow.
Absolutely insane numbers here. We can see 14 kills each from Anime and Twix. They definitely did share that. And there was one more player on Nature's side. I think he had 10 kills. I'm saying 3 because I saw Sway. But Kral taking the lead, he just wanted to be the best, guys. 15 kills on his part, sealing the deal for tonight and ending the series off in a 2-0 fashion.
Yep, and this series off in the 2-0 fashion indeed. And of course, I gotta comment though. I gotta commend these guys because honestly, that was close. That was really close. ECL, we saw them dominate the hard point. At some point, it looked like NATO Gaming was gonna come back. We saw a kind of a late show up in the hard point. We saw NATO Gaming do okay. We get past 50, we get past 60. We saw them get to 90, and then ECL said, "What is going on? No. There's no way we're not gonna recover from this if this happens." And then boom, they end the game. And then we see the S&D where neck and neck. We get to a 6-6, and NATO Gaming said, "Look, we know we can only push this to our next step." But then I saw the comments just now, and there were a lot of people that were really rooting for NATO.
Definitely. I mean, NATO has been showing up for most of their tournament matches. I know the numbers may say a bit different. You know, the only match that they did win so far was the one where Trinity did not show up, but they have not been going down without a fight. Tonight was the first night that I've seen them actually not play to their full potential. It is a bit disappointing considering they were number 4 on the table and they just got beat by ECL. ECL were originally 7th place. You know, that number might change after tonight, but after the amount of hate, there wasn't a lot of support for the Nigerian teams until today. ECL, they showed up and showed out. They could not have put on an even better performance for us tonight.
Honestly, I love the fact that they actually ended things here and then. They knew that if it got to control, things might have gone differently, right? Things might have gone different. I mean, I saw Carl's comment right now on the chat. I saw Carl said NATO to win control. I mean, they had already started, the viewers have already started seeing the control happen. I mean, of course you would. Who wouldn't? We saw them 6-5. NATO made it 6-6. And that enough is convincing. That is convincing. It's like, okay, they can make this work. They are in it. They are locked in. But DCL said, nah, we're just going to pick them off one by one. We're not even doing OBJ. Full on TDM. We saw Crew take 3. We saw Arhen take 2. And that was it.
They didn't even share. The two of them single-handedly took out the entire NATO team. Retro, Dad, Xavier, they were just chilling in the back. Arhen and Kral, they had that entire round all for themselves. They wanted the numbers. They wanted the fantasy points. No, in case anyone chose them, but I'm incredibly proud of them tonight.
Well, as Carl would say, the Picasso of CODM himself, Retro just chilling and saying, hey, I mean, if you guys want to have at them, sure. But then, remember, we do want some for ourselves, but still, it looks like Crew was really intentional about NATO not taking that S&D, because to be fair, if that was a reverse sweep, it maybe would have started there.
Possibly. I mean, NATO, they weren't going down without a fight, but evidently, when you're going up against Kral and his sniper, there's not much that you can do.
Well, we do see, I think we've established right now that the leaderboard can say one thing, the stats can say one thing, right? But the gameplay can say another. Because looking at the leaderboards and the stats, the league standings, rather, not the leaderboards, the league standings, we saw Eclipse Gaming, I think around the 7th or the 8th, right? We saw them around the 7th, yeah, thank you, production. And now we see NATO Gaming as the 4th. There's 2 teams between these 2 teams, right? And pun intended. There's 2 teams between these 2 teams. And we are seeing Eclipse Gaming pull on a 2-0 win against NATO Gaming. And this is a team that has lost 4 games. And then we're looking at the other side, we see Maps win-loss, we see 8-3. It's a completely different story for NATO Gaming. And now we see them pull a 2-0 win against NATO. Damn. Gameplay says different things. The gameplay is another story indeed. And that is exactly what Eclipse Gaming has established here today.
They definitely came to prove the numbers wrong. So all the statistics just went out the window when ECL showed up tonight. They said they're going to prove us wrong. Because we said last stream that the numbers don't lie. Apparently we're all liars. What are we going to do about it? What are we going to do?
there's a limit to what the numbers can do. I mean, we had a listening in from NATO game. We didn't actually hear from the side of ECL. I would have loved that though, but I wanted to know how they were feeling when we got to a point in the hard point where NATO game started coming back and they were like, okay, we are above the 200-point mark. Why is this happening? What is going on? Are they trying to delay what is going on, or are they trying to like do something here? Because honestly, if that had happened in fruition, I can't even imagine. The community alone, my imagination right now can't even begin to imagine. But still, I would have loved the listening from the side of Eclipse Gaming. I wanted to know what was going on through their minds when NATO Gaming were through racking up those points.
We'll try and get production to get us a listen in for both teams for the next hard point. But if I'm not mistaken, we are going to go on a short break before we come back with game 2 of the night. The fun has just begun, guys, so don't go anywhere.
Yeah, hopefully more 2-0s, but then hopefully more reverse sweeps, and hopefully something that really brings in the energy and shows what I can do out there and what Kijo can do as well. But then until game 2, don't go anywhere, guys. Grab your popcorn and whatever you're into. We'll be right back. Cheers.
where Jerry leaves literally. Just now, Nate's gonna get thrown. 5v5. Darrell's gonna perfect nade there, hopefully. But it's a full fight, but 7 against 5-1. Darrell's gonna nasty nade and look at the flag come through. Retro, over extended there. Darrell's had the info call down. He's not going to get the kill though.
They look like they're about to make a comeback, but we'll see. They are starting to fall down like flies. They are falling like flies. They are falling like flies. Oh my god. It seems to me like Darrell's is trying to buy time by playing in cool space so that he's not able to defuse this bomb. And I think that is a very nice strategy. And it looks to me like they have lost this round.
What the hell, Darrell? I want there. 5 hack again. Straight for the first goal there. Hack! He's gonna get a feed come through. He's going to 5-3. Hack takes 3 players down and fucking go vital pod. And Hack, what the hell are you
James, but still, what time? Muji, Odin finds one, will not tripped him out real quick. No time before he reaches Havoc at an yellow post. Now it's in 4v3. Cyclone Esports, don't tie things out. 3v3. Now another 4 is 3v2. People on Cyclone Esports, number seen, and that's the trick from Dean to make it 2v2, almost a 2v1. Yes, he does, makes it work. Now, 2v1, Trinity have numbers advantage. You can't mess this up.
Can't mess this up indeed, but Sumsy carrying his team to a potential comeback here. He is the one with the highest kills on the side of Cyclone 11. Welcome back, guys. So as we all saw, we are quite an action-packed lobby for game 1. We saw ECL completely annihilate NATO Gaming. I'm still at a loss for words, guys. English, I did not resubscribe to my English bundle today, but that's why we have Black Matter here to help me as we head over into game 2, where MashHarder is going head-to-head with Sierra 7.
And of course, we're always going to look at the stats first to see what they tell us, and we're going to look at the gameplay next to see what they tell us. And look at the league standings here. We see Sierra 7, of course, are number 6, and MashHarder are number 5. We see 2-3 when it comes to the series wins, losses, and of course, we see 4-7 when it comes to the map wins and losses. The same exact stats for these teams. But hey, let's see what the gameplay says.
This is definitely going to be the deciding game for both these teams because only one of them will get the points to move further up or keep their position on the league standings. And the deciding factors for tonight, Hardpoint Hacienda, Control S&D, and Control on Crossroads. An absolute fan favorite, a Kijo favorite. It's not your classic map, it's your map where you play absolutely dirty and camp in the most unsuspecting corners. Hopefully get to see at least one game 3 tonight, but after we've had our lobby reset with regards to Hardpoint, we're gonna get straight into the game where MashHarder are gonna go up against S7 to see who comes out on top.
Yep, it's Hacienda, the classic map for Hardpoint. And of course, we're going to get straight into it. It's X7 versus MashHarder. Nate's being thrown. And they're P1 in the center. They're going to head straight into Fadi drawn. Will be the first ball drawn now. Squid Claps finds a 2-piece early. Nak as well. Going to find one back and forth at Series 07 playing catch up. And the hill taken by MashHarder. They're now racking up more points. 15 on the mark. Things are looking good.
Looking good for them indeed. As Sierra 7 are yet to get... Oh, and I spoke too soon. There they go. They get their first few lucky seconds of OBJ time, managing to bring their score up to 5. MashHarder still on 15. And you can see Squid coming in for top control. Gets 1 kill there as he gets taken down by Fadi himself. Fadi with a 2-piece there as he makes it a double with Storm. And we can see not coming through to take him down as Life heads his way into the point. Smoke is thrown. Vision is blurred here. Squid contesting the point as he takes down Virus, making him part of his own 2-piece there. Fadi coming through with another 2-piece of his own as rotations are set for P2. and the chaos is going to start on the money hill.
Money Hill it will be, and you know how this hill works. You gotta keep them out as much as you can. That Series 07 playing catch up now. 10 points score difference, make that 9. They're gonna keep making sure they keep them away. Virus the 2-piece picked up now. Clap, switchblade in hand, trying to find more to enter that hill and break in. That Series 07 now. 3 more points, make that 2, make that 1, and they will finally catch up to MashHarder. And MashHarder says, no, you don't. Break out again, take back the hill, and get 2-piece for Fadi. But then back and forth, they will be MashHarder take back the lead.
Well, this hardpoint is definitely proving to be a lot closer than the hardpoint from game 1 here. CR7 already on 27 points, MashHarder closing in on that 50-point mark. And we are entering scrap time here for P2 while Hax is still trying to break in, but Storm takes him down with the death machine from point and gets a 3-piece by confirming that kill on a life. Virus takes down Storm here over in P2 as he gets taken down himself by Squid, who is now going to rotate over to P3 on the complete opposite side of the map, but not before he sends a Predator missile before him to take down Fadi. Guys, leave Fadi alone. Let him breathe. MashHarder already over 64 points. S7 already set up on P3, but it is consistently cleared out. S7 seem to have spawns for now, as MashHarder are dropping and losing control.
Well, Speed picks up a 2-piece, and yep, MashHarder starting to lose control, but then they will take things back into control now. That's 75-30 the scoreboard, but then the operator skills come out to play since the Tempest through the smoke now. The man is trying to find the value there. See Squid, put him down. That's 1 down, make that 2. Clap will fall, but then the Tempest runs out. Almost a 3-piece. But no, the man will rely on the XM4. Now finds 3. Now will find Saint, trades him out immediately. No harm done anymore by the man. Then 79, it makes that 80-32, collapse to the god name, finds Fadi, 84-32. The scrap time's now in for the hill. They're trying to make the most of it. Squid with another 2-piece with a VMP, getting closer to that 100-point mark. MashHarder, the hill closes, reopens again. Rotations will matter. Series 07 now finds a 2-piece, life and hacks for Fadi finds now, trades him out again. You can tell they're trying to do damage control. Series 7.
Definitely. MSH had a 60-second lead here with regards to OBJ, but CR7 are going to close in on that even quicker than ever. We can see Hunter Killer Drones out here for MSH, but they get taken down by Fadi, who is not coming in with a 2-piece, but a 3-piece this time. Virus with his equalizers out as he pushes out from P4 here. His teammates holding it down. Caps tries to break in. He gets taken down. Phoenix gets taken down with the equalizers. Hacks taking down Squid with the Sparrow in hand, and the operators are out. A 2-piece from Hacks himself as he's holding down point. Last 20 seconds here over on P4, and CR7 looking to close off that gap now more than ever.
Now more than ever indeed, they will need okay now get it out there with the god name for the falls. And of course, Nax picked up a 3-piece actually. Nax will fall as well. And now 75-97. That Series 07 finally biting back as I'll get back to that P1. We're gonna be 75-98. MashHarder close to that 100-point mark. And now things are starting to look good. MashHarder 2 more points, make that 1. They hit the 100-point mark, and Series 07 are playing catch up.
CR7 are not that far behind though, as we can see MSH are holding down top control. We're back over on P1. Smoke is thrown, and MSH have taken the lead indefinitely. Still coming down with top control here. Squid with his claw manages to get a 3-piece on top, keeping S7 out of the point and not allowing them anywhere near it. Claps with a 2-piece of his own, but Saint coming through now with the revenge kill, taking down Squid with his Tempest. Phoenix putting him back in his place. Fadi coming through to take out Knock, and Phoenix with a pred on Saint. These trades are going back and forth as we enter scrap time here. Back over on P1. None of the teams are on it, and it seems like CR7, just as they get on, MashHarder pushes them right back out. We're going to start rotations here for P2. As we can see from the mini-map here, both the teams are fighting for that early rotation, for those early spawns, but MashHarder have the deeper spawn for now.
Above the 100-point mark, MashHarder, things are looking good. But how much can they hold on to it now? Because that hill now belongs to S7, and they are closing in fast as they get closer there to that 90-point mark. 135. Things are looking good now. Back and forth. 138. And now Virus finds Class fighting Wolf 4. That's 2-piece picked up Squid. Stone finds a 2-piece of his own. Death Machine comes out, and now the money hill is where they contest and MashHarder no mercy. They find 3-piece there with the Death Machine and keeping them out 152-point marks. Series 07 just close to that 100-point mark. 157 now. VNext One Machine comes out to play. All the operator skills coming out to play for the boys of MashHarder to make sure Series 07 doesn't come close.
Almost a 70-point lead here, if not more, for MashHarder, as they are holding down P2. Rotations for P3 are set, Knock being the first from MSH to rotate, while the whole of Sierra 7 are going to be against him. Life taking down Phoenix here on top. Control Party to back him up. He takes out Storm, and now it seems like MSH have the deeper spawn here for P3. Definitely a good play for spawns on their side. Storm gets taken out before he could take another step forward, and P3 now in favor of Sierra 7. MashHarder gonna have to try to break into points, contest it, and completely overtake it now that Sierra 7 have pushed them out of spawn, hoping to keep them off of it. Point is contested, and we're gonna take a quick listen in to see what's going on in the minds of the Sierra 7 players.
I got one top.
Yeah, go.
I got arches.
Come on,
dead. One ban.
What's one for me?
Fighting on you. Sent on you. Nice. Sent on another one.
One's done. Inside bound.
Come me.
Come on, put some point.
Go open.
It'll be top.
They're near already. One on you. I'm flashed open. Two on you. Three new. Not so. Three.
One is full. One is P2. One is P2 ready.
One office.
P2 go me. One is P2.
Go me on point.
Nice one, sense.
I'm on the shit.
Equals stop. I got one on point.
Go me on point. Ah, God. Our machine is useless.
Sparrow on water.
Sparrow dead.
One more you. Outer. Nah, this is.
Push. Somebody go open like that. Find the open.
Guys, go on team.
No, Nate got me.
I got stun on point.
Go me on point.
That's
This machine pushing up.
This one is just one tap.
That machine is on tap.
He's low. He pushed up already. He's already at bottom.
He got me. He's just on top.
Dead.
Hold open.
Yo, guys, stop zebra. Top zebra.
Top going.
No, you play together, man.
My goodness, that was an intense communication of the boys of Series 07. We can hear the panting from the communications and just the tense of how tense they are. And of course, I am speechless because did I just see 8-piece with the Death Machine from Stone? Tell me you saw that too, Kijo.
I think the panting and the tension you heard was from me, because I was holding my breath the entire time that operator was in play. An 8-piece is more than a KFC bucket could ever fit on their menu, as MashHarder keep their lead 235 for 139 here against Sierra 7. We're back over on P1. Point was contested. Sierra 7 gets those last few seconds of scrap, but not if Squid has anything to say about it, as he bags those last few seconds here. And the rotations for P2, the absolute money hill, have started once again. 100-point gap here in favor of MSH, as they are absolutely dominating on this map. Spawns are set up. Sierra 7 are fighting for their way in. They're hiding behind the head glitches on the cars, but watch your backs, watch out for waters, as Squid now pushes through into spawn with his clawing hand.
Clawing hand indeed, trying to keep them away from that hill. That 3-piece picked up now. Make that actually 2. But still, Manny just holding in line. 3 more points, make that 1. And of course, the hard point on Hacienda will be taken by MashHarder with a 105 score difference.
Oh my god, I still can't get that 8-piece out of my head.
That definitely was an impressive play from Storm. The man was an absolute menace there. And of course, production, if you will, straight to the start so we can see just how much of a chaos that man wreaked in that hard point on Hacienda because, man, did they fight. MashHarder, they kept S7 out of the hill. They outplayed them, outgunned them. And S7, we saw them fight back at some point, but MashHarder were just the better ones in the hard point over us. Now we see Storm with a 43 bomb and 2-minute hard point time, Kiju.
Absolutely insane. Squid as well, 53 kills in the bag, 1 minute 23 seconds in the and 198 impact, absolute highest valued player in the lobby. VNex with 41 kills, Knock with 33, and Claps with 30. Keep in mind, Knock is the 4th player on the scoreboard here for MSH, but he has the same amount of kills as the MVP on the side of S7. If that doesn't tell you about the weight of these two teams right now, I don't know what will.
Yeah, I also don't know what will, Kicho. I also don't know. But then things are looking good right now for MashHarder. One more map, and that's the best of 3 series in favor. And now they can finally break out the tie when it comes to the start here. You know, we did see things look the same here. We saw MashHarder and Series 07. Especially they're not actually, MashHarder is actually above Series 07, but they have the same number of starts. But after this, that is going to change.
Well, it is definitely going to change by at least 1 point for now. We saw that MSH with a 105-point lead in OBJ for the hardpoint game. And we can only hope and pray for Sierra 7 that they stop the reverse sweep in the S&D. Hopefully give us a control game, guys. Please, that's all. I asked for one thing. That's all I asked for. I'm not even going to ask production. MSH and S7. I just want to see a control game. I beg. Just one thing.
Production, we want to see a control game. Production, please make that happen with your charms. Thank you very much, production. And of course, that's gonna depend on MashHarder and how they played out. And, well, if you're MashHarder, you don't want that to happen. So sorry to bust your bubble, Kicho. If you're MashHarder, you want to end things here. And if you're Series 07, though, you want to make Kijo happy. You want to give her that control because technically you have lost the hard point and you want to win it out there because that's the only way you can pull out your reverse sweep. Looking at the comments right now, there's not a lot of people that are actually looking forward to that.
Well, then I'm going to have beef with the entire YouTube live stream. I'm not sure what the TikTok chats are saying. I know that Diehard is very possibly watch partying it. So again, huge shout out to Diehard, who is constantly watching the Pro Series here. Shout out to him for always being here. But yeah, you guys let us know in the YouTube chat as well. There is a poll up for who you guys think is going to win the S&D. The numbers aren't going to lie, but the numbers are so neck and neck. Both these teams have the exact same map wins. They have the exact same map losses, series wins. They're literally tied up according to the data, according to the stats. The only way to prove us wrong as being part of the numbers is to show up tonight and show us what you can do. And MashHarder did not disappoint.
It did not disappoint indeed. And of course, shout out to our sponsors, our sports gaming. All of this would not be possible without them. Thank you so much, our sports gaming, for bringing to us the African Pro Series, the African Challenger Series, and the African Championship Circuit. Thank you so much, ASC. And of course, shout out to Diehard, my man, for constantly pushing out what we do here. Watch partying in every way. We appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. And of course, yeah, Kijo, I mean, we saw MashHarder. They did not disappoint. We saw Series 07 though. We saw them compete hard. But, at some point, it can only be one winner and hard point Hacienda.
Definitely. I mean, it's such a common map that we see in comp nowadays. So to see a 105-point lead from MashHarder Gaming over Sierra 7 this late in the tournament, it's a bit concerning. I am a bit worried. I was so in the momentum of supporting the Nigerian teams tonight. I won't lie, behind the scenes and on camera, I was supporting S7 throughout that whole way. But MashHarder came in like guns blazing, operators out. That Death Machine clip is going to live rent-free in my head. And we can only hope that we get even better clips now going into the S&D. We got some incredible snipers on both sides. We don't forget, guys, we have General Fadi on the side of S7. So hopefully, not to put too much pressure on you, Fadi, but hopefully he can sway things in the favor of CR7 tonight.
Storm's Death Machine 8-piece is going in the highlight reel for sure. But now we will be seeing MashHarder and Series 07 clash out in S&D. The same map we did see the first two teams clash out earlier today. But now we will be seeing numbers preserved in just the early game pressure. But then Storm walks in. What the hell, Hacks? You saw the man first. But then Virus will fall. Phoenix takes out one. That class back shot. Live takes him down. And 3v none. Squid fight a 2-piece, and that is GG's. MashHarder take round 1.
I blinked, guys. I blinked. I think I jinxed it. I'm not gonna support anyone. You know who I support? I support ASG. Like that. Thanks to them for bringing us this tournament. But Fadi! Oh my goodness! The second that I stopped praising him, he gets a kill on VNex, first blood of the round. S7 starting to round 2 off really strong. They're going to be planting for us these first 6 rounds while MSH are defending. And S7 have the numbers for now. Claps dropping to Hacks here. That's a bit of a tongue twister if I do say so myself. And now the numbers in S7's favor down to a 3v4.
Fadi finds Knock. That's one down. Storm fights Hacks, and now Pain Wallbang comes through. Virus finds Storm. It's 1v1. Both these teams can't they? Nope, nothing can work. It gets taken out. That's one down. Only one more. If anyone can make it work, it's gotta be Squid. It's 1v1 against General Fadi. Squid back shot. Fadi fights it first. VMP will do the work, and now Series 07 gets one round for themselves.
Yo, the wallbang that we saw come through from Squid here. But it was not enough to win the round in MashHarder's favor. The rounds are tied up as we head into round 3. S7 going to go in for another planting round at MSH. As we can see from the minimap, pretty evenly spread out. You can see where their priorities lie. And S7 are yet to make up their mind about which angle to push. So this is the safest bet for now. Fadi has his dominance over mid here as Knock is going to peek from bar side. He gets taken out by Pain. Fadi not getting a single bullet on him. VNex taking out Life here. And Fadi from the back. Bottom A as he doesn't let them push onto bomb side. Claps taking out Hacks. Storm taking out Virus. And now Pain in a 1v1 situation takes out VNex. But that's all he's going to get as Clap sends him to the next round. 2-1 in favor of MSH.
Well, this is exactly how you want to play it out. If you want to end things here for MashHarder, but if you're Series 07 though, show us you've got more fight in you. Show us something we want to see. And right now, show your supporters that voted for you on the YouTube poll that you are worth those votes. But still, 5v5 numbers still preserved. And we see Claps prone, and the man might just be walking into something here, or maybe walking out of something. But still, Nate's going to be thrown first. The smoke bombs as well. Doesn't find anyone though. Will blur the vision. And now Fadi might walk into this one. Sees Claps on top, and Claps fights him first. And now Pain trades him out immediately. No time wasted. 4v4. Numbers attack once again. Make that knock. Move forward. Axe fights him and slides through. Storm fights Pain. Life trades him out. 2v3. Numbers attack to Series 07 for how long? That's live. Touch and burn doesn't work. Takes some damage. Repositions himself. And hopefully that needed to be done for them to take the round.
Squid and VNex, the last two standing here against Virus, Hacks, and Life. Bomb in hand for Sierra 7 here as they push together in order to secure this possible equalizing round here in favor of Sierra 7. VNex saw the smoke coming through. He decided, nope, not today. Runs to his teammate for a little bit of assistance here as Sierra 7 are going to push out onto bomb side, guarding every single possible angle, and bomb is being planted. That clock is about to start, but Life takes out VNex with the wall bag before he could get anywhere near bomb, putting Squid in a very uncomfortable situation here. 1v3, sniper in hand, and now he has to push out, take them out, and defuse with less than 30 seconds on the clock.
Less than 30 seconds indeed. And of course, 1v3, Squid, the last man stand. He sees the man, bro, sees the man stand. What the? How did you not see his life? How? What the? Finally puts him down. Why did that take so long? And 1v2, it's going to be Squid now. Virus, oh yeah, Hacks puts him down. That's it.
The sheer disappointment coming through from Black Max's voice when he saw that PKM in Squid's. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I mean, all things happen. So, there's a lot of pressure in these games, high tournament games. So, the things happen. So, yeah, better luck next time. Though that's 2-piece. Pain and Hacks falls immediately. Storm gets straight up by Virus to not get a 2-piece of his own. And just like that, the entirety of Series 07 will have only one member left, being Fadi. It's 1v4.
I mean, if there's anyone who can clutch this on the side of Series 7, it's Fadi, but I promised myself I wasn't going to put any unnecessary pressure on him. But it seems like his team put the pressure on him instead. He manages to drop knock, brings it down to a 1v3 here. But I can feel the intensity of the situation. You have to check your corners on a map like this, and he does. He gets a headshot over a heady on Claps. Drops to V-Nex though, who was waiting ever so patiently right outside a fountain before he could even make another move. We saw an absolute incredible 2-piece there from Storm and from Knock in that last round. And unfortunately, Fadi did not manage to clutch it. But still very early on in the game, round 6. It's the last round for Sierra 7 to plant. So let's see what they have in store for us.
Let's see, indeed. 5v5, that's the nade thrown by Virus. VMP weapon in hand now. Man is just holding and just waiting at this point. But still, number still preserved though. And looking at the mini-map, we do see 2 players on that B side. 3 players. Okay, actually, they are moving towards that B side and the nades being thrown. Meanwhile, the boys of Series 07, 3 players on that A side, 2 players on the B side. They're just splitting the numbers. Meanwhile, the boys of MashHarder are just rotating and just moving around, but still maintaining their position. But that's V-Nex finding Fadi, vital kill, and now 4v5 is where we're at.
4v5 indeed, and the numbers are dropping very, very slowly here, much to both the teams' disliking, but they're playing it very respectful, very passive, especially since the rounds are so close. Life takes down Knock. You're managing to equalize the numbers and put them in Sierra 7's favor, but Life dropping to Claps, pushing in from the side. Hacks dropping down Storm, and now the numbers are 2v3 in favor of Sierra 7. Bomb is being planted, and we're going to start that timer once again, leaving Squid and Claps to clutch a 2v3. Oh, never mind. It's just Claps in a 1v3 situation. Pain, Virus, and Hacks against Claps with his sniper in hand. Can he get at least 1 pick, if not 3, and manage to defuse that bomb on time?
Lost that round, but it's not over
That's
yet.
a big question now. And, well, he couldn't. Series 07 will take that round for themselves, and now 3-3. And I want to ask you a question here, Kicho. Is this a replay we are seeing here? Are we seeing a replay? Because we saw the same exact thing, it was done by 2 teams that played against today. What the hell? Fadi taking shots. That was close. Almost the first blood in this round, and now Hacks will find Storm. HSD does the job, and it's good move for Pain Force. Knock fight the 2-piece, fights Hacks, and Fadi fights Knock. That's 1 down. Well, that man did take 2 before he fall. Now 3v2 is the situation.
3v2 again in favor of Sierra 7. Claps and V-Nex now the last 2 standing, but Fadi still alive on the side of Sierra 7. It seems they're going in for a B push here, but we have switched sides. MSH are going to be the ones planting, and we can see from the minimap clear confusion on which bomb, a mini argument about which side to push here. We can see that Sierra 7 are going to play it together, and very respectfully indeed, as they do not want to cross paths and lose numbers that they don't have. We're going to see slight mid push here. They're going to go onto a bomb site and hopefully plant the bomb as soon as possible so that they can get to defending. The rounds are pretty tied up. At least they're checking their corners. Thank you, guys. Someone listens to Keto. They're going to check their corners, make sure it's safe. There's more than enough time, and hopefully not give off too much information before Sierra 7 start pushing in. I think they do have the hint though that the last two players are on A side. We can see Fadi coming through, trying to sneak in from the bottom here, hoping that someone peeks him, but VNX, it's almost like he can smell that he's there. I'm not sure if he's purposely not peeking that angle. Clap's now going to watch A bar. VNX watching both A long and bottom. It seems like MashHarder are spread pretty thin here.
Yeah, I mean, they just, VNX finds Fadi, vital kill, MV2. Numbers are still tied here, though. They are just holding, and Virus might catch up soon, but still 2 on the A side, 1 spread. They're spread out. Boys of Series 7 are spread out, but then VMP, that's Virus trying to find the value here. So far, things are still tied. They still somehow maintain their numbers. But check your corners. That's Virus taking his corners to fight a 2-piece. What the hell? Absolute awareness of his surroundings. Gets MashHarder the round, and that's gonna be Series 7 losing that one out.
I did not expect that. MSH did not have numbers there, but they managed to turn things in their favor. They have bagged around, putting them in the lead for now, as we have seen. So rounds of 4-3 in their favor. We're heading into round 8 here, when MashHarder are still on the attacking side. CR7 still defending, and it doesn't seem to be working out in their favor. I do not want to jinx it at all, but I really, really want to see a map 3. So come on, CR7. If you're not doing it for your team, do it for Kijo.
The bomb has been planted.
MashHarder with numbers advantage indeed. We can see a 1v3 situation here. Bomb already being planted, and they managed to bag a second round back to back, putting them 2 rounds in the lead, 5-3 in MashHarder's favor. Bomb still in on their planting side as well. I'm not sure if we're going to see a potential match point round here, but if anyone has anything to say about it, I'm sure Fadi will not let that happen. You can see some possible snipes there coming through from mid. Does not manage to connect anything, and MSH already on a bomb side, if not the entire team pushing out onto here. Not taking down Virus. Claps getting shot from the back here. Life taken down by Squid, and the trades are going off. 3v4 already in favor of MashHarder. A nade coming through from Hacks. Takes out Squid before he can spray another bullet from his PKM that Knock has now picked up. And a 3v3 situation is more tied up than both these teams would like to be.
Complete the mission. Nice work. Get ready for the next round. Destroy the objective.
Let's see what they have in store. Indeed, we have reached match point here for MSH, MashHarder Gaming, putting CR7 in an uncomfortable situation, but not as uncomfortable as VNX feels, waiting for the next round to start if he wants to get more kills on the board. Fadi takes him out, sends him to the next round. Claps now waiting eagerly behind Knock as they're about to push in with the bomb in hand. And it's a 3v5 situation here. Numbers aren't looking good in favor of MSH. CR7 have life advantage. You can see them quite evenly spread out, but they're favoring one of the bomb sites. I'm guessing they're predicting that's where the bomb is going to go. And they're not exactly wrong unless we see a rotation come into play. Quick little weapon switch there from Storm. We can see him holding not only one but 2 one-shot weapons. I'm not sure if that's the safest option here. You might need a spraying gun, but let's see what he can do with it. He does have 10 kills on the board as MSH are now going to push out onto the A-bomb side. Less than a minute left, and Fadi taking out Knock before Storm comes to avenge his fallen teammate, putting MSH in a 2v4 situation.
The bomb has been planted.
Apologies, I just realized I actually muted myself. Oh my god. Apologies, guys. 2v4, and oh my goodness, it's so sad. But then Virus finds Storm 1v4. That's 2-piece. Virus will find, and that's entirety of MashHarder. And the match point will be where they still are. The round not taken by MashHarder. Series 707 will delay them by 1 round. And well, to be fair, they have to pull that off 3 times in a row to force out that control map. So let's see how it goes.
Let's see how it goes. Indeed, 0-7 are not out of the running just yet. They still have a chance for a comeback, even though MSH are on that match point round. They can end it off here, end the series off 2-0, send the casters to bed early, send production to bed early, but let's see if they want to be that kind tonight. VNex taking a few shots there from A-Bar, manages to pull back, and Storm confirms the kill instead, taking out Life, putting CR7 in a 4v5 situation. Not an impossible situation to come back from. MashHarder still have the bomb in hand. They have every single player alive. So let us see where they're going to push. Absolute unity here as the entire MSH team storms out onto the A bomb side, leaving CR7 completely dumbfounded about where to push up. Storm going for the bomb shot, but Payne coming through with the jump shot with the Type 63 takes knock off before he had a chance to even look at him and say hello. 35 seconds left on the clock. Bomb is planted on A side. It's 4v4. This could not be any closer. Oh, I spoke too
Cannot
soon.
be any
Never mind.
closer indeed. But then, well, yep. That's GG's, guys, and MashHarder will take it 2-0. And finally, the stats are now uneven, so no more even Stevens for both these teams. And MashHarder will take the best of 3 series 2-0. And series 07, well, it was kind of close. We saw at some point in the early S&D, we saw 2-2, we saw 3-3, we saw 4-4. And MashHarder says, "Nah, we ain't doing this. We ain't doing this tonight." And they take the game. Yeah, so that's it.
It was definitely close. We did see them start off the hard point pretty close as well, up until MashHarder gained their lead, and up until the operators got pulled out here, as we can see from the highlights. It started off fairly close. You know, at most there was a 60-second gap between the two teams starting off here on P3. The Tempest came into play, cleared off the point, but MashHarder managed to regain it once again. So MSH did prove to be the stronger team here tonight, and hopefully they bring the same momentum, bring the same fight and fire for the day 7 coming up on Sunday.
Day 7 indeed, coming up on Sunday. And of course, that's game 2 done and dusted. And honestly, it's Saturday, and production just confirmed that it's actually Saturday for the final day of the league phase, not Sunday. And yeah, like I was saying, we saw MashHarder. At some point, it was starting to look like the S&D were kind of close, neck and neck. But Series 07, when they were Series 7, they had a good history when it comes to the S&D matches, right? Now they're Series 07. We've had some player switch-ups, some player leaving and some player joining and all that in between. And hopefully, the next game is better. But then, MashHarder, kudos. They knew that if they are taking that into control, the situation might have been different, but still, 2-0 is good.
Oh, I'm absolutely basking in the glory that is that 8-piece with that death machine that we get to rewatch. I need that imprinted in my brain. I'm going to be dreaming about that tonight. We saw some really good operator skills used from both these teams. So clearly the training has been doing something good for them. They knew when to use their operators. They knew which angles to hold, where to peek, where to wallbang in Squid's case here for the S&D. So, I mean, the coaches of both these teams are definitely doing something right.
Yep, and look at that wallbang, just persistently hitting there and just waiting for the thing to actually take out the player. Squid really, what do you call trigger discipline when it comes to, being patient. The man had it there, but still, okay, look at the S&D. This was the moment where things started to, my goodness, the wallbang that came from life onto VNex. There were a lot of moments. There were a lot of interesting moments. And that was the moment where I almost crashed out. on stream. And yeah, a lot of things, yeah, but still, it was an interesting game, Kijo.
Definitely very interesting. And we are only halfway through the night. You guys, if you're still here with us, obviously you still have to be. That was only game 2 of the night. Game 1, we saw ECL finally get a 2-0 win in their series against NATO Gaming. And now you saw MashHarder follow suit as they got a 2-0 win against CR7. So if you guys are still here with us, we're going to go to game 3 straight after this. But before that, quick little recap of the stats of the match that we just saw. We can see Hax carrying his team of Sierra 7 here, the only player with double-digit kills. He has 10 in the bag. And the closest player to him, General Fadi himself, sniper in hand, 8 kills in the bag, while the other 3 players equally have 6 kills.
Yep, 6 kills, Knock with 7, and Squid as well. And well, things are looking good for the boys of MashHarder. So hopefully they keep this up in their last league match on Saturday. But still, that's gonna be it for the matches. Once again, shout out to our sponsors, our Sports Gaming, for bringing to us the African Pro Series. That is a peak and absolute cinema of a game and of a tournament. Well, with that being said, we're gonna go on a short intermission, but the next game is the main event for tonight. Is PDX versus Trinity, and of course, you don't want to miss that. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Where Jerry leaves literally. It's now Nate's gonna get thrown. 5v5. Darok's gonna perfect nade there, hopefully. But it's a full fight, but with 7 against 5-1. Darok's gonna nasty nade and look at the flank come through. Retro, over extended there. Darok's out the info call down. He's not going to get the kill though.
They look like they're about to make a comeback, but we'll see. They are starting to fall down like flies. They are falling like flies. They are falling like flies. Oh my god. It seems to me like Darks is trying to buy time by playing in cool space so that he's not able to defuse this bomb. And I think that is a very nice strategy. And it looks to me like they have lost this round.
What the hell, Darks? I would run that. 5 and Hack against with 5 the first goal there. Hack! He's gonna get a feed come through. He's going to 5-3. Hack takes 3 players down and fucking go vital pod. And Hack, who the hell are you?
James, but still, what that? Odin finds one, will not be tricked him out real quick. No time before he wreaks havoc at an yellow post. Now it's 4v3. Cyclone Esports, no tie things out. 3v3. Now another 4 is 3v2. People on Cyclone Esports, number seen, and that's the trick from Dean to make it 2v2, almost a 2v1. Yes, he does, makes it work. Now 2v1. Trinity have numbers advantage. You can't mess this up.
Can't mess this up indeed, but Sumsy carrying his team to a potential comeback here. He is the one with highest kills on the side of Cyclone 11.
Okay, it's the Clasico, guys. It's the match we've all been waiting for. It's PDX versus Trinity, and of course the numbers are gonna say something, but then stats-wise, gameplay-wise, they are always different. But Kijo, this is the match we've been waiting for.
Well, this is the match you and I have been waiting for. This is the match the viewers have been waiting for. And I'm not sure why it took the moderators this long to put these two teams, these two titans, up against one another. Paradox Esports, #1 on the league standings, haven't dropped a single series, haven't dropped a single map, are going up against the third place spot holders, Trinity 7, who have lost one series. That's because they didn't show up, so no disregard, no disrespect to them, but they have a lot of way to make up for in order to possibly bag #2. And hey, maybe, who knows, maybe they might actually be the first team to make PDX a map.
Well, hopefully these players will be the ones that will make PDX drop the map. Got Instinct, my personal GOAT, Chinese Dean VPX, and Michael T-Jack Muji himself. And that's the roster for Trinity 911.
Absolutely incredible lineup on the side of Trinity here. We haven't seen a single one of these players back down without a fight, but you're going up against an undefeated team, and not only this tournament, in almost every single tournament, and on an international level. These players are coming and bringing an absolute storm with them. Charisma, Mantra, 7ken, Darax, Ruin, and the tank Device himself. Hopefully we get to see him play tonight. We've only seen him play once this entire tournament. We need more of Device, guys. So hopefully we're gonna see the lineup soon, right? Very, very soon. I'm excited. I hope you're excited. So you guys, please, guys, let's get the stream viewers up, right? Send it to your girlfriend, send it to your boyfriend, your mom, your dad, your grandparents. Put it on your dog's TV for them to watch it, because this is the match that we have all been waiting for.
If you can actually switch to Cass's cam, I'm actually scratching my head right now, because look at the roster of PDX. There's 7ken. I mean, how my goodness, Ruin. These guys are players that make these highlight reels on TikTok, you see, and we are seeing them get to play. PDX undefeated. Hardpoint has Sienda. Let's get straight into it. No time wasted. They draw the first brawl. The hill being consisted by both teams. You can tell they did not come to play. Back and forth. Michael fights on Muji Force. It's Trinity who takes the lead.
They do take the lead indeed, and now we see Paradox getting those first few seconds on an OBJ. Device coming in to be the OBJ princess himself, trying to hold it down. VPEX, a former teammate of the players of the now known Paradox, is now going up against them, and we're going to see how that plays out indeed. Paradox take a 10-second lead here in the OBJ as Charisma comes through with a 2-piece, taking down Dean and Michael. You are holding down top control, trying to hold it down for his teammates so they can get that OBJ time that's needed. Michael coming through with the contest over on P1, takes out Eeyore with a long-range kill with his BMP. Charisma now peeking through the smoke, hoping to find some value there. Manages to find one, has to reload before he finds another, and VPEX puts him down. 30 for 12 here as we go over to P2.
P2 is gonna be, and you know, the money hill that could be for PDX or for Trinity, but we still see the hill being consistent back and forth. Michael finds the Ruin, yeah. One comes through VPEX Force as well. Charisma, of course, 35-12, the hill in favor of PDX, but then Trinity trying to break their way into that hill, but PDX will say no. Ruin XM4 when he has still three numbers. Dina Muji will go, and all the water they will find numbers. Ruin. 2-piece, and now he's gonna find more. Dean finds one with the XM4. Back and forth, we put him down. 54-12. The hit is in the favor of PDX. Trinity trying so hard to contest for that money heal, but a 2-piece of the Vice. Yo finds 3. Instant Michael go down, and Trinity take back that hill by force, but not for long. Trinity's there. The hill time in their favor. Scrap time contested by both teams. More back and forth. Trinity takes back scrap time for rotations. On that next hill is what PDX will be advised.
No, scrap time is going to go to Trinity. Indeed, Paradox have left it behind. forgotten about it and already set in the rotation here for P3. We can see that they're trying to hold it down. One player from Trinity stuck in the absolute tornado of Paradox players here before he goes down. 7ken coming through with the 3-piece, taking down Dean, Muji, Instinct, all with him. Device with the 3-piece with his death machine as he pushes out into Trinity spawn, going to keep them off of P3 here. 7ken with his Annihilator out as he peeks right into the spawn of the Trinity members, and Charisma with the equalizers. It's all operators out for the players of Paradox. Guys, this is an entire team of doctors. Look at the way they're operating here as they close in on that 100-point mark, and Trinity still stuck on 27.
27 is gonna be Michael comes out with equalizer. Hopefully to do something there. Finds one. That's 2 Device and Ruin Force. But gets taken down. Muji will find the kill now. 86-28. The hill scrap time taking back against you. Put the scraps. PDX will let them have it as they will take it back from them. Getting closer to start 100 back every single time. All that hill matters. That's 3 piece picked up by your Michael. Finds 7ken. 9 more points down there point mark. 91-28. Trinity still haven't found their foot. It's still forced there below the 30-point mark. The next hill starts. And now PDX stands to get 1 point. Starts to claw. Finds out from Instinct. 2 piece picked up. Anyone in his trail will fall. And so far, things are looking good for PDX as they get closer to that 100-point mark.
Getting closer to it indeed, but still not touching it. It is right in front of them. The Trinity still stuck on 34, make that 37 as they manage to contest, but are not able to hold it down after breaking it in. Constant contesting here from both sides. VPEX drops in point, Moody dropping Charisma with the nade, and Ruin now with his War Machine out in point, hoping to keep Trinity off. Takes a Hunter Killer drone right to the face. VPEX taking down Device before he gets into P4 as well, as Paradox finally close in and pass at 100-point mark. Trinity still stuck below 50. Can they make a comeback from this?
That's a big question, but with the way PDX is playing, they're playing everything. They're playing scraps, they're playing heals, they're playing points, they're playing the kills. The Slayers are active, the points are active, the ankles are active, and this is PDX in all its glory. He all fights 2 piece, the kill feed all blue, the hit in their favor, more than double the score points. PDX 124, 125, the P1 it is. How much can Trinity salvage from this match with PDX having a massive lead here? I'm gonna go straight in for a listening in.
Oh my god, I'm just getting fried.
You're gonna find it, bro.
He's still there, White.
2 to 1 arch side, 1 point.
Top open.
Stand here.
Yo, in the point, nice. Please,
Okay.
point, please. Nice, go next, guys. Go next, instinct, go next. Please, go next, guys. I need help next, don't me.
No, fuck.
Hey, 1-1. Hey, there's 3 point. Yeah, spawn out.
Open.
I'm motor.
You want open?
1 open.
One
1 bricks,
driveway,
bricks.
how do you get in?
1 bricks,
bro?
guys.
What's
Okay.
guys? I need
1 white.
pushing points.
1 white. He's 1 shot.
Driveway dead. Equals dead. 1 white.
Nice. Holding for play point, guys.
You want checkers?
This
1 white side, white side.
Checkers again. Checkers now.
Checkers.
White,
You know what?
white, nice.
Yo, water. Dead. What?
To drive, guys, to drive. They all welds. White.
This 3 point. Drive.
1 white.
3 point got me.
Hey, 1 drive. He's spawn trapping.
Yeah.
Bro, they're going you, I'm going you.
That was a very intense communication from the boys of Trinity. You can tell that the boys of PDX are really starting to heat up the stage. That's VPEX 2-piece on the switchblade. But how much can that contribute now to the score difference between both these teams as they will catch each other? Ruin. Still picking up numbers 5-6, and now gets straight up by Michael. Trinity bites it back.
top of the hill, still in favor of 3x. The guy close to 200-point mark. Charisma falls to VPX, and now 2 more points are going to define the 200-point lead, but Trinity are still contesting hard.
Trinity definitely contesting as they try to keep Paradox off the point, but Device coming through a 3-piece with his Death Machine in hand, playing the same route that he did last time, make that a 5-piece. He is absolutely hungry for kills here. You're spawning in now to back him up as Charisma gets 3-piece on the point, make that a 4-piece, Switchblade in hand. The Predator missile is out here for Device, does not find any values as 710 drops a 2 in point, taking down Instinct and Muji, and the kill feed looking all blue in favor of Paradox before VPEX comes through, taking out Device and 710 and send them straight to rotations over for P2. 225 for 76. Trinity still under 100 while Paradox tried to close the match off on this hill.
Things are starting to look really good. By the way, 229-82 Charisma. Now Equalizer comes out to play. They just need 19 more points to end things here. 233-82. The hill is in their favor. That's 2 down. Charisma wants to wreak havoc and draw the last blood of Trinity Esports. How much more? They have 9 more points left. It's 25 seconds on that hill. Trinity are trying to salvage what's left for Kante. 7 more points. Charisma does not let them. Equalizer does not have what Switchblade he has, and that will do 4 more points. Trinity, what is the plan?
What is the plan? Indeed, we can see a contest in motion here. We can see the operators back out. Ruin with the War Machine in hand gets a 4-piece as he keeps Trinity off the point. Last 2 seconds needed here, last 1 second, and we're going to have to rotate over onto P1 yet again, where Trinity are still on 84. Paradox 1 point away from victory as they close things off. Charisma prone in the point to secure that last valuable second to seal things off. 250 for 84 in favor of Paradox. All right, so that was definitely not what I expected. I'm gonna go ahead and say it, guys. I expected a bit more of a fight on the side of Trinity. I'm sure Black will agree with me, but before that, we will wait for production to pull up the stats here so everyone can see the absolute mayhem that went on behind the scene and right in front of our eyes. 2 players from the side of PDX, both Device and Eeyore, with 41 kills in the bag, both over a minute in the point. Ruin with 40 kills as well. Charisma, it's weird seeing him that low on the scoreboard, I'm not gonna lie. 34 kills, 1 minute, 21 seconds in the point, and 29 kills from 7Ken.
The PDX have just styled an absolutely impressive 250-84. That is more than 100 point score gap, more than 150 score gap. And honestly, man, these guys are just something else. 196 impact for Device, and of course, 41 bomb, same as Eeyore. And one more difference for Ruin to meet up there. You can tell it's almost internal competition at this point. 1 minute, everyone above the 1 minute point mark. 187 impact for both 7Ken and Charisma PDX. This is just them just doing what and showing us why they are unbeaten. They are number 1 on the league standings.
Definitely, but we can see that Trinity did not go down without a fight. 31 kills. Michael absolutely carrying the team on his back. This is what he has been training for. Slightly slacking in the OBJ side there with 20 seconds in the point, but Muji, the highest impact player there for Trinity, and his impact is in the double digits, guys. It's 27, 26 kills, it's 97, 26 kills in the bag, 37 seconds in point, the second highest OBJ for his team, and Dean coming in strong with the highest OBJ of only 49 seconds. So you can clearly see from the numbers, like we always say, the stats don't lie. It was absolutely impossible for any player of Trinity to get even a minute, even 50 seconds in the OBJ. So Paradox are doing something right in their favor.
Well, they are doing something right indeed, and
And that thing they are doing is preserving their streak. Also, we're gonna talk about that because these guys are unbeaten. They have not lost a single map. They've not dropped a single series. And we're gonna ask the question. I did say, Trinity, what's the plan? There's a reason why I said that, because these are two unbeaten teams. And don't forget, the reason why Trinity actually has that little dent they have on their stats is because we know the story behind that. Okay, I don't want to talk about that, but still, Trinity, what is the plan? If you remain unbeaten, then you have to pull a reverse sweep. But with the way PDX played in the Hardpoint and Hacienda, man, that's gonna require a huge Hail Mary.
Well, this is definitely the place where things could either take a turn for the better or for the worse. We know that on the side of Trinity, we're going to head into that really strong round one. Paradox on the yellow side, Trinity on the blue. Paradox planting for our first few rounds, and the first blood, you're dropping Dean very early on into the game. 5v4 in favor of Paradox here. Guys, we definitely want to see a comeback from Trinity. MashHarder Gaming came very close on day 5, managed to bring the score down to 7-6 obviously in the favor of Paradox, giving them the win. But let's see if Trinity can sway the S&D for their team.
Your instinct is there. Oh my goodness. Instinct now plays him and gets the kill. Now VPEX and Michael falls 4v2. Is we're gonna be device, sees the man there. But then Ruin puts him down. Muji falls. That's instinct now. But the sniper sees the man. Do not poke a sniper. It's a rule. Do not poke a sniper. But then sees the man slides through. Puts him down. 7 can fall. That's 2 pieces for instinct. That's 3 pieces for instinct. Really owed it. Almost an ace. But they will deny him. And PDX says no. Take the round for themselves.
Absolutely unstoppable force there, guys. That was just round 1. That felt like we reached the complete climax there. Like, that felt like 3 rounds all tied up into one, as we saw how strong of players are in both Trinity and Paradox. We saw a 4-piece there from Instinct in that last round. We're heading over into the second round now. Paradox is still planting, but Dean not letting that happen. Takes down Eeyore and Device in one foul swoop here. We can see Instinct dropping to Charisma before Muji puts Charisma down in mid. Ruin taking down Muji with a snipe all the way from top line. Michael with his machine pistol taking down 7Ken, and now Ruin stuck in a 1v3. 3 players of Trinity against 1 single player of Paradox, and he did not see that coming. If that's not betrayal, his former teammate shooting him in the back, I don't know what is.
Well, you know what they say, when players transfer, the aggression transfers as well, but still, they are still maintaining numbers. It's round 3, and things are starting to look really good, but I gotta ask you, your falls, Dean, the Nage will get one. And now 5v4, PDX down 1 member. That's Ruin trying his best to see if he can get someone, but still 7Ken holding in place. 5v4, numbers advantage to Trinity.
Down VPEX with a snipe here all the way from A short, bringing the numbers down to an equalizing 4 versus 4. And the numbers are looking quite tied up, just like the rounds, but it is still very early on in this S&D. We're only in the 3rd round here. Paradox still need to plant, but they do not have the bomb in hand right now. Just as I say that, Device goes and proves me wrong. He picks up the bomb, brings it back to his teammates. They can figure out where to push onto. More than 1 minute left on the clock here as Ruin pushes in. Dean takes down Ruin and Device. Bomb is dropped to PDX. Charisma and 7Ken. Just the 2 of them against a 2v4. Make that a 2v2 as they both get a value, and Muji drops Charisma before he can get any further. 7Ken in a 1v2 now. Muji and Michael, the 2 deadly players here from Trinity, drops to the ground, and Michael sends him into the next round as we head over into round 4.
Round 4 will be Trinity finally taking the lead here and potentially starting out something good for them. The Hardpoint wasn't exactly friendly, but now S&D starting to look nice for them. So far, 5v5, no 60%. That's Ruin trying to go for a potential wall bang, but no doesn't seem to be coming through here. But still, They are still holding positions and preserving their numbers and going to pick up the bomb. I like the fact that PDX are not just playing it TDM, they're also playing it objective. And 5v5, they're still preserving it, just taking it slow. Slow and steady wins the race, but still, what matters here is also going to be strategy as well. They would have to take this slow in round 4.
Flash out.
Right, we're heading into still in the 4th round here. Charisma now with his shotgun out manages to get nothing through the smoke there. Device taking down Deepex, though, as Charisma is chasing Instinct for the kill there, takes him down with the Odin in hand. 3v3 here as the numbers have equalized for both teams. Instinct taking down 7 Ken as well. Device trying to fight through there as Eeyore comes to back him up, taking down Michael as he was trying to push out there. Muji taking down Ruin. Things are tied up all over again. 2v2 Instinct and Muji against Eeyore and Device. Eeyore drops and Device takes the revenge and he kills Muji in one foul swoop. Rounds have tied up once again, 2 for 2.
My goodness, this is PDX fighting back and saying, no, you don't. No, you don't. But still, they are still preserving the numbers here. Things are starting to look good again for PDX. They tie things up and take that around advantage that Trinity had. But now, they are starting to move towards that A side. But then 2 players of Trinity, though, on that B side and multiple smokes thrown on that A side. The bomb picked up, not planted, though. Device is now getting the plant in, as PDX telling you that it's not just TDM, there's also OBJ, and now the bomb being planted there, moving away because the location has been given. But now Switchblade VP finds Charisma as a vital kill. 4v5, no advantage to Trinity now. They're gonna have to move away from that location. That's a snipe from Ruben. We're not able to find anyone there. Eeyore finds Muchi, and that's another found 1-for-1 for Beeper. Finds Eeyore. Now Beeper falls, traded out with Wolfgang. Dean falls, 7 Ken falls, Instinct falls as a 2-piece for Ruin with the sniper, and now it's 1v2 is the situation. And Trinity, that was close. That was super close. Eeyore nearly fell, and now Michael will make sure Ruin pays the price, and Michael falls. PDX salvage that round for themselves.
These guys aren't even giving Black a chance to breathe. The way these trades are going off and the kills are coming through, I beg, just like take it slow, guys. What happened to being respectful, playing passive, and just, you know, giving the casters a chance to breathe behind the scenes as we head into round 6 here. This is the last round for now that Trinity are going to be given a chance to plant. Beepex dropping Charisma early in the round as Eeyore takes revenge for his fallen teammates. Numbers are tied up 4v4. PDX still have the bomb in hand as Michael and Muji are going to push through onto B side now, where PDX are set up quite strategically in a formation here. Michael coming through with the snipe on 7-10, and he gets a machine pistol kill stolen from him by Dean. Dean dropping to Device there. Quite a mouthful to say that sentence. Michael and Muji again, last 2 standing. Device and Ruin going up against them. Ruin drops Muji, putting Michael in a very sticky situation here. Can he tie things up in favor of Trinity, or are they going to lose a back-to-back round here? He has an Odin and a sniper in hand. He's pushing out. Device does not want to let that happen. The bait and switch, and Ruin gets the kill to drop Michael.
That was pure strategy. So that was going nowhere. Shooting from a distance, that was taking it nowhere. And he knew that was going to be, that was going to be a bait and switch outcome if he wanted to make that out in their favor. But now, we'll have to start things out there. So far, 5v5. Those are still preserved now. That's the bomb not planted here. Charisma will fall to VPEX again. It's deja vu at this point. We're now trying to go for a potential wallback. Michael, don't try in hand, just waiting for that chance. Sees Device out there. Sees Device, the pixel does, and he finds him. Wall assist come through. Now 7 Ken falls to VPEX. Muji falls. Eeyore falls. PDX losing members drastically. 4v1. 7 Ken Ruin rather. The last man standing. The headshot does not come through. Instinct beats him to it, and PDX will lose that round to Trinity.
Comeback round there for Trinity indeed as they try to close up that gap. Paradox had a 2-round lead, but now Trinity are fighting back, and this is the fight back. This is the comeback that we wanted to see in the hard point, which was not even half as close as this S&D is proving out to be. We're well into round 8 here. Over 10 seconds gone, and Charisma eagerly waiting to use his shotgun once again. We can see that Trinity have now switched to the planting side. They're going to be attacking. Ruin waiting ever so patiently there for someone to peek him as 7ken drops to VPEX, and Charisma finally with another shotgun kill on the board. While the bomb has been planted on B side, Ruin managing to take out Dean before he can get any more kills for himself. And a second kill on Muji, taking down the two best friends on the side of Trinity with almost one bullet if he could. You're dropping to Michael. Machine pistol through the smoke doesn't find any value. Charisma finding Michael, the last body, as the bomb was being defused. And Paradox, the unstoppable force that they are, managing to regain that lead as we head into round 9.
My goodness. Attempting to defuse while in the midst of a gunfight. PDX, I don't even know. They want to make sure all the stops are closed, and now that looks like a potential wall bang, but that did not come through. Round 9 is going to be, we see the players being prone and potentially camped around that A side. 4 players of PDX, they're going to have to reposition themselves now, but they know that that A side is where the fight is going to be. Then Muji Odinha, the man is still waiting. Potential back shots. You have to watch your back in that situation. Since the man slides through, Ruin takes some shots there, but the man leaves to tell the tale. And so far, things are looking good. But then 5v5, round 9, you can tell both teams are starting to get shy.
We can see now they are playing it very passive here. Not a single body dropped so far. Smoke is out, and now the chaos will begin through the smoke. 7ken starting off the chaos. Charisma taking down Dean as well with his shotgun in hand and sealing the deal, taking out Michael, pushing Paradox into that match point. Guys, please give us a chance to breathe. What is this? Paradox want to end the night off very early and just go home. I thought this was supposed to be the entertaining match of the night. This is the El Clasico that we all came to see, and Paradox are completely ruining it. Pun intended. Score is now 6-3 here, obviously in favor of Trinity. In favor of Paradox. Oh my god, I hope I did not just jinx it for them. Trinity, they still have a chance for a comeback, guys. Please, you want to be the first team to make Paradox drop a map, especially this late in the tournament. 7ken taking down Muji there, and Ruin dropping to VPEX, Michael dropping Eeyore, and the numbers are in Trinity's favor.
Michael finding a 2-piece in this round alone, and that's going to be 3, almost 4-piece, almost an ace. Michael 3 down, just one more. They go for that plant immediately. Charisma, the last man standing. Trinity don't want to lose this round. 2 PDX, 3-piece picked up by Michael, and that was just nothing short of exceptional. But still, Charisma, HST in hand, the man is just proning his way close to those teams. You know the timer is running out, and if you want to go for a defuse to end the game, but this will be it. HSD finds one, almost a double, but they will deny him that round, and PDX lose it to Trinity as they will deny match point again.
Denying match point indeed. They do not want to let Paradox go that easily. They have a 2-round gap to make up for. And Paradox have yet one more round in order to finish off the S&D, finish off the game and the series for tonight. You can see that Trinity are still on the planting side here. And VPEX coming through with a 2-piece. Eeyore and Charisma drop, Instinct dropping Device, Michael dropping 7ken. And are we seeing a comeback here, guys? Ruin last man standing, 4 players alive on the side of Trinity, and Muji completely annihilating him. Sends him to the next round. Match point for who? We're going to see a 6-6 here.
No, potentially. But then if you know PDX, they don't want to take their record. They haven't dropped a single map, a single series. So if you're PDX, end it here, end it now. Don't take any gamble. But then let's see how it's going to go. The smoke's thrown, the nade's thrown, everything thrown. But then on the A side, it's where they're going to camp. One player though, on that B side, you can see VPEX is going for that wall bang on that type 63. But the man does not find it though. Muji holding in hand, might run into someone soon. Before players camp to that A side, boys of PDX sticking together might just be the solution here. With anything, they have to end it now. That's team falling to ruin. The wall bang comes through. And of course, 5v5 is going to be the situation. Ruin going for a potential wall bang, still not finding it. And 5v4, Paradox have the advantage here when it comes to numbers. Ruin looking for a chance. That's your falling to VPEX, and Trinity fight another for themselves. But VPEX move for 4v3, and somehow PDX 3v3 rather. Ruin will fall, and that's another being traded up. But so far, back and forth from both these teams, Kijo.
It is so neck and neck right now. Paradox could not be in a more trickier situation if they did want to end things off here. But Trinity have Paradox right where they want them and are hopefully intimidating them, playing mind games with them and letting them think they have the advantage for now. Michael picking up an XM4, still has his sniper in hand, Charisma with his shotgun, and both these teams playing it very respectfully. Trinity do have the bomb in hand though. It's just a matter of where and when they will plant it. Less than 30 seconds on the clock for now. Both teams playing it very respectfully. And who do we have alive from both these team sides? We have Charisma alive, Device, and 7Ken on the side of Paradox. Muji, who has just planted the bomb here on the side of Trinity, alongside Michael and Instinct. Guys, this is a potential match point. Let's see how these players are going to win the round for their team.
7Ken, type 63, trying to look for a volley there, but not able to find anyone. So that's gonna be 7Ken. Device falling multi-force. That what the hell? Charisma, HSD, back shot from Instinct, puts him down, and now Trinity ties the score in an attempt to break PDX record of no map dropped. Can they make it work? Trinity, the unbeaten team, have dropped only one map officially. Can they make PDX drop theirs?
I'm genuinely a bit petrified right now because I might have jinxed it earlier when I accidentally said that Trinity were in the lead, and now it looks like they might possibly have that opportunity. We're at match point here now for the S&D. It is quite literally anyone's game. PDX back to the planting side for our final round. Bomb is down on B site, and Trinity now have to go push forward, get the kills, get the defuse in order to secure that win. 30 seconds left on the clock. Only 4 players left from Trinity. The entire Paradox waiting. Make that 4 players as Michael takes down Eeyore and Charisma with the back shots. Machine pistol in hand. It's now a 4v3, 4v2. PDX numbers are slipping as Trinity dropped down to 3. Device picking up the shotgun.
Christ.
Oh my goodness. Trinity take the S&D. The first map that we've seen PDX drop in this entire tournament. And it can be none other than Trinity who take that win.
Well,
I'm in shock.
at least now,
I'm genuinely in shock.
now things are tied. Things are tied. And Trinity have lost one map. PDX have lost one map. And now we settle things out in control on Crossroads. We want to see who is unrivaled, who is the legends proclaimed, whose empire will bow to who. Will it be Trinity? Will it be PDX? 79 votes on the poll, and everything says Paradox came in. 63% people voted for them, 37% for Trinity, but I bet those 37% did not see this outcome coming. We see the stats right now with Instinct, 148 impact, 13 bomb, 14 for Michael, 12 for VPEX, 154 impact for Michael, 140 for Ruin, 13 for the man, and oh my goodness, Kijo is still petrified by that outcome.
I'm speechless, guys. I did not expect to see that tonight. I knew that we were in for an incredible game 3, as Black Matter referred to it, El Clasico. But this is absolutely intense. I wanted to see a control, but the fact that it's between Paradox and Trinity, I'm shaking. Oh my god.
It was a very impressive game from Trinity. It was a show of tenacity, a show of resilience, a show of never giving up no matter what the scoreboard looked like. We saw a 5-2, we saw a 5-3, we saw a 5-4, we saw a 5-5, we saw a 6-5, we saw a 6-6, and Trinity said, nah, I'd win.
That is going to be an impossible stain to get out of their reputation. Paradox have dropped their first map. You guys saw it here first, and who knows? That might not be the last time that they drop a map. Guys, if any of the Paradox players are watching this, please, I did not curse it. Please do not find me and nuke me. I have one request. Take out all your anger on Trinity. Leave me out of it. I curse nothing, I beg.
Honestly, one person has to bow. You can have two unbeaten. You can have two unrivaled. They've both shown their strength. They've both shown, hey, I can be unbeaten. They said, no. We dropped the hard point. You're gonna have to drop something too. But then it's best of 3, and there can only be one king. There can only be one person who sits on that throne and says, we're the ones with the better stats. We might have dropped one map, but we'll have more wins. And we're gonna see if it'll be Trinity or if it'll be PDX.
Definitely, and it all comes down to that map 3. I'm sure both of these teams did not expect it to be pushed that far. I'm still scared, guys. I don't know, this could go any way at this point in time. Paradox could come through, they're very strong in their respawns, but Trinity are riding that momentum now. They're riding that high of being able to hold the title of the first team to make Paradox drop a map for the first time in like a while. So I think since the team has been formed, since world champs, if I could say so. So Trinity, you know what? That's all I can say. Well done.
Yeah, and the control on is gonna be where everything will be settled. It's the ultimate. Would they say control on Crossroad is gonna be the ultimate decider, the ultimate evener, and everything is gonna be settled there. Hey, PDX Trinity, let's see how it goes. I'm looking forward to it so much. Hopefully they start the game soon, because I'm pretty sure the 150 people currently watching the stream, I can't wait to see how this turns out. Everyone is curious who wins this outcome.
Well, they might be curious, but I am definitely, I'm still shaking, guys. The fact that we got to witness that, I'm in shock. I don't know how I'm going to be able to fall asleep tonight. You saw it here first, guys. Trinity take the first map win against Paradox, and the score for the series for game 3 is now tied at 1-1. Paradox blazed through the hard point, kept Trinity under 100, and then when it came to the S&D, they lost 7-6. It could not have been any closer than that, but the pure gap between a respawn game and an S&D clearly shows which of the teams are stronger, and now we're going to combine both those strategies in for control. It's anyone's game. I don't even know anymore. What am I supposed to say?
What are we supposed to expect? Because we would usually it was more simpler when PDX were unbeaten and PDX never dropped any map. It was easy to say, yeah, I'm thinking PDX. It was very easy to say that, because history would always, you would use history to judge what would happen. But now that history has been tainted. Now it's a different story now. We know that Trinity can now give PDX a run for their money and cannot take the record. So how are we supposed to predict here? How are we supposed to expect? What should we expect here? So the control is gonna tell us, okay, PDX might have shaken off in the S&D, but they're still in control. Or Trinity might have lost the map in the hard point, but things are still looking good. But hey, that's the map area view, and that tells you it's game time.
This is the map where everything is going to get settled. We will see only one team can come out of it victorious. And even though there's less than 50 votes in the YouTube poll, 53% of you still think that Paradox are going to bring home the W tonight. As we say that, we're going to head straight into the control. Paradox are going to be defending for our first round and are doing an amazing start at that. Charisma coming in with the 2-piece with his shotgun in hand, as Trinity are going to be attacking, and hopefully they get started on some captures soon, because the life advantage is not in their favor.
Yep, so far things are starting to look pretty catchy. You know, it could get better. It could be better, but still, you can tell PDX are not taking it likely. That loss to the S&D 23-17 is gonna be the life difference here. Make that 22 back and forth from both these teams. But so far, so good. We are seeing Trinity really starting to struggle here. But one tick locked in on the B flag. Things might be looking good when it comes to capture, but PDX are still doing a great job when it comes to that defense.
Definitely, 4 life advantage are in favor of Paradox. A very slow but sure start here with regards to capturing on the side of Trinity. They've managed to stall the timer as they are almost done capturing the B flag, but Ruin not going to let that happen. Muji taking revenge for his teammate there as Charisma comes through with the shotgun yet again. The lives are now 13 for 9. Trinity sent into single digits as the A flag is currently being contested. B flag not fully captured and just over 30 seconds left on the clock. Michael trying to finish up the capture there as he leaves VPEX behind to clean that up, and the B flag completely gone as they have to switch over to A. A capture was set in motion, but just as quickly it gets cleaned up. 9 for 7 here, and both the teams in single digits. Now the back shots coming through on PDX from VPEX. The absolute betrayal from their former teammates, equalizing the numbers and turning things around. Paradox on 3 lives, Trinity on 4, Paradox on 2 lives here. And an absolute turning off the tables has been set into play. Muji and Michael are going to try and push this together. Last 2 players, 7ken and Ruin, live from Paradox. What have we just witnessed?
What we just witnessed is 3 versus 2 members. Yeah, they're gonna have to play wild and Trinity loses one now. It's 2v2. And that A flag still there. One tick locked in is 2v1, and PDX are starting to say no! Paradox Esports will still preserve their win and preserve history here. They take game 1 of Control. And man, this is just the absolute cinema. That was close. That was them cutting it too close. But now, round 2, we get straight into, but then back and forth now. The life count's gonna be uneven real quick. We're now starting to get tight now. Brutal Skills now comes into play. Round 2 of Control as they will melt that one turned away. That's the Vice with the death machine coming out there to wreak havoc. Find the 2-piece, but can take it down. 28-24. Numbers will be fine. Make that 28-22. One tick locked in on the A flag, but still great defense for Trinity.
It's full-on TDM here as Paradox seems to be prioritizing kills instead of capturing. Second tick on the A flag, almost captured. And Paradox, the ones capturing here for the second round, while Trinity need to defend. Second tick captured on that A flag, third tick capture in motion. And there's a 13 gap life here in favor of Paradox, guys. A flag completely captured. As I say that, Annihilator out here for Eeyore as he manages to pick up 2 kills with that 7ken with the Annihilator. And now Michael coming through, guns blazing with the equalizers in hand as he manages to find a 2-piece of his own. Instinct dropping device in point. B flag attempting to be captured here as Trinity head into single-digit lives, and things are not looking good for them.
Things are not looking good for them indeed. 21-7. You can tell PDX don't want to cut it too close anymore. That's 19-6. Back and forth. Numbers being found here. One tick almost locked in on the B flag. PDX wants to take everything into account. The captures, the kills, the live counts. They want everything to be in accordance. 15 members of PDX versus 3 members of Trinity Esports. Round 2 of Controls. Job might be, will be GG's. It's 13 versus 1. And Trinity entered a no more respawn zone, but it looks like he's trying to do something here. What is going on? What am I seeing? Are PDX just play with their food, or are PDX gonna let that happen? Nope, they won't. Round 2 of Controls in the back.
Round 2 for Paradox as we head into a match point round here. This is a potential last round if you are favoring Paradox. Guys, I haven't seen Paradox play Control for a while. In all the past tournaments, they've constantly ended their series off in a 2-0 fashion. So we're really seeing their true skills here. But speaking of instinct coming through on the side of Trinity with the 3-piece with his Annihilator in hand, Muji with his Death Machine out as well, as the numbers drop on the side of Paradox here. Trinity on 28, Paradox on 23, Trinity capturing, and we can see an A-flag capture already in motion as they try to push for a spawn trap, but that's just not going to happen today. 25 for 20, both flags cleared up, and Paradox are stuck.
Stuck is going to be the word, but then they do have the life count advantage. He's going to be very careful there. That's 21-19. And of course, more numbers being found. Device comes out without product skills, get taken out. Not able to find any single value with a 150 bullet to protect machine. And what the heck? He should have salvaged some of that. But now the claw for Miyo finds just one. But gets straight out immediately. You can tell they don't want any product skills here. They just want to make sure they get those with the guns and probably the gloves. But still, numbers still preserved here. 15-14. The life counter closed. That's VMP. Michael finds one, almost a 2-piece, but gets straight out immediately. Back and forth, 13-12. Life counter closed, and the timer is starting to count down. They need to step on that capture. Trinity, you need to step on that capture. It's 19 seconds, and finally, someone gets stepped on.
Just as quickly as they enter the flag, they get pushed right out, but these lives are closer than they ever will be. 9 for 7 here as Charisma comes through to drop another Trinity member on point. Passes another, gets the shot, looks back, and it looks could kill. It would be Charisma's shotgun in hand. Trinity, no more respawns for them. 7 Ken with his Deadly Annihilator out, and it's 1v6, guys. Third and final round here, unless VPEX can do something against a 1v5, and I opened my mouth too quickly. Paradox bag the control. I don't know what else we expected. I had such high hopes there, but Paradox end things off cleanly, 3-0 fashion, and win the series 2-1. They actually dropped the map, Black.
Yeah, they did. And even anything Trinity actually achieved tonight, that's it. That's what they achieved tonight. They've tainted the record, and now they have, both teams have one map. Actually, no, actually now it's more for Trinity because they lost the control. So yeah, but then at least PDX now have one more map drop, so it's not a flawless record anymore. And now looking at the stats here, we do see PDX 141 impact for 22 kills drop for Ruin, 20 for Device, same with 7 Ken, 16 for Yor, and 11 for Charisma.
And not bad on the side of Trinity as well. Every single player in the double-digit kills, including bottom fragger Muji, who barely made it, just with 10 kills on the board. And their top fragger, Instinct, with 16 kills, same amount of kills as VPEX. Most kills on the side of Trinity coming through from Dean, with the highest impact as well of 111. Absolutely insane. Trinity, definitely, you could see, just from the stats alone, you could see that they did not want to give up the control that easily, pun intended. But they wanted to win the series. Obviously, everyone wants to win the series, but to be able to take down the powerhouse that is Paradox, that would have been that's better than the tournament prize pool at this point.
Yeah, that's true, man. That's true, Kiju. You just said it. And right now, I am impressed. Trinity did give PDX a run for their money when it comes to that S&D. And PDX, we all just said, okay, for you changing our record, we're going to have an easy control with you here. And, well, it was a very interesting match. Of course, the El Clasico, the main event of the day, PDX Trinity did not disappoint. And I'm looking forward to our last map for tonight.
Well, I don't know how it's going to be more entertaining than that. The first 3 games that we had lined up completely drained all the hype and the energy out of me. I just want a relaxed game, guys. Nothing crazy. Use the operators like normal people. Please, just I have such a headache, guys. What happened tonight?
Yeah, that's the question I keep asking myself. I mean, to be fair, the first 2 games, we had the action, we had the gunfight, but you cannot compare to the S&D PDX Trinity. No, that was absolute cinema. That was unprecedented. That was unexpected. That was unpredictable. That was just something there's no way anyone could have seen coming. And really, Trinity, kudos to you guys.
Definitely. Well played to them in the S&D. Things did not work out in their favor with regards to the control, but it's still a victory in my eyes and, of course, in the eyes of everyone that was watching. So please do not let that demotivate you at all. We are possibly going to go for a short break, but when we come back, we have the final game for the night. H9 versus Cyclone Gaming. The fun has just started, guys. We have to end off with somewhat of a bang. So we will see you guys as soon as we come back.
Cheers, guys. Well, this is the final game for tonight. This is where we finally production stop. Just stop. Okay. Thank you very much, production. So this is the final game for tonight. Where guys, tell me why production is shouting Yakubu manage in my ear. Why? Production, why? So looking at the league standings, guys, it's Cyclone Gaming versus Jesus production, and I'm so distracted right now. Cyclone Gaming having 12 points on the board, 4 series win and 1 series loss. Of course, 4 maps win and 2 maps lost. Meanwhile, Hot Nono Guns, well, things are not looking good for them, Kijo.
Absolutely not. It's not looking good. They haven't won a single series. But as we have seen from Game 3 from tonight, we've seen the impossible made possible. If Paradox can drop a single map, guys, I'm pretty sure H9 can win a series. You know, tonight is the night of the impossible. And coming through, we had a quick little recap of the Paradox team that just played, but we're gonna head straight into the H9 roster, starting off with Devilman, Yuki, 4G in No Pro, the GOAT himself, Jiras, Fami, and Great Joy carrying the H9 flag completely strong. They haven't backed down from a single fight so far, and we're going to see them absolutely pull through and shine tonight, going up against the Cyclone roster. Guys, Cyclone is currently second on the league standings, and for a reason that we are all very certain of, the lineup that they have is absolutely strong. And we can see from the players tonight, Daniello, Ninja, Nandi, Simsi, and Logan are going to start us off on the side of Cyclone for this hardpoint map on Hacienda. Final hardpoint for the night, and let's see how it goes.
See how it goes, and Danny freaking Nello 3-piece picked up early in this hardpoint, and I guess Cyclone now past the 10-point mark. Besides, Daniello will get more, but so far, Hot Nono Guns are no slouchy that they get for themselves, but I heal in favor of Cyclone Esports will negate those points for them, and Cyclone Esports get even more. 20-point mark, and Hot Nono Guns don't have a single point.
Not a single point on the scoreboard indeed, but Yuki coming through strong with a 3-piece of his own and making H9 shine through as they get their first few seconds on the OBJ time. Nobody in point right now until it gets contested, and the kill feed looking blue and yellow as the trades are coming through. Inopro with the 2-piece before he drops to Daniello. Type 63 in hand. H9 still below 10 points. They're only on 6. Rotations have begun. The T2 smoke is out, and the Type 63 proves victorious yet again as Yuki drops to Daniello, respawns and comes right back in to shoot him in the face with machine pistol in hand. Logan struggling to confirm that kill there as he gets taken out from the back as well. Inopro still going very strong. P2, the money kill of Hacienda, is where it's all going down, and it seems like H9 are really fighting their way into this point.
Yep, fighting their way is gonna be and trying to keep them away from the money hill. Now Honor gonna take back that hill, now keeping the boys of Cyclone away. But Kande is going to be the 1-2-piece picked up there. 20-32. It's only 10 points score difference. Now they're on your tail. Now is not the time to be complacent. Cyclone Esports. Nandi finds Inopro, Yuki falls as well. Logan to get the kill. 42-22. They've doubled the spawning again, and the money hill making the most of it in scrap time. But they will still farm for that for rotations. We see the players of Cyclone Esports now going on to P3.
Scrap time there being held down by Nandi and Simsi in the point. The head glitch coming in as an absolute clutch there for the SMG Master before Devilman puts both of them down and out towards the next point. Daniello only finding 1 kill there in Yuki. The rivalry between those two players alone on this map as Logan comes beaming through, taking down 2 players, make that 3 with his death machine in hand. Nandi taking down Devilman, Ninja taking down 4G, and the absolute manslaughter between both these teams, proving it themselves on P3 here. Ninja with a 4-piece with his VMP, Daniela with a 4-piece of his own as Cyclone Gaming secure P3 and keep H9 off the point.
them up the points. It's 80-point mark and now 82. Danny freaking Nello doing numbers, and now Nondi comes out with equalizer to do more numbers now. Danielo falls, quick joy falls as well, back and forth. And Nondi equalizer, still weapon in hand, gets taken out immediately by Devilman. No time wasted. Danielo fights another two-piece, gets straight out the game by Inopro as he fights a two-piece of his own. And now 84-33, and the little time in scrap time that Hot Donogons can get before rotations will come through for Cyclone Esports.
Cyclone are definitely managing to hold down the point, and they're barely leaving scraps and crumbs behind for H9 to pick up and make up their OBJ time with. We can see almost a double point lead here. Cyclone on 84, H9 still struggling to get up on that 50-point mark as Yuki now comes through onto point with the claw in hand, finds a two-piece there. Danielo, the second victim, and is now pushing into Cyclone Gaming spawn. Manages to get taken down though by Ninja himself as Cyclone push into point, contested, and hope to get it out. Nandi coming through with the VMP in hand, gets a two-piece foot. Devilman puts him out. H9 passing that 60-point mark now and climbing, and they still have the point in hand. Cyclone Gaming are fumbling here on point 4.
Yeah, we're gonna go straight for it. Nonogon listening in to know what's going on in their minds.
Boot house. They can't spawn on me. Rubbish. Let's go.
One open.
Go on open.
One more open.
Someone climb. Double stairs.
Push him.
Sorry. Sorry.
One open.
You know,
Someone double stairs on your left, you guys.
Double stairs, no, double stairs there, you.
Jesus Christ. Pro ignore our pass. You pro in the record. Because we know they hear you.
I go on top, open. Top.
One
Allow, winning, allow.
There's someone left side.
You don't keep it. In the double stairs. You guys pushing. I open today, top. You keep behind. Oh, no, they're starting here already. They're starting here, that's it. You know, pro now.
Well, that definitely was the team not being pleased with the low pro. But hopefully, like they say, allow, we'll have to be what we'll do until the game is over. But Hunter take back the lead from Cyclone Esports. Simpson comes out with that claw to make sure that is not what is happening and take back the lead from their hands. Short-lived it was, but that was a scary moment for Cyclone Esports.
Definitely scary and intimidating, because that is not what they expected to be put up against when they were versing the 8th team on the league standings here. We can see them fighting to regain that lead and that gap that they once had. Logan coming through with the 3-piece there with his death machine, leaves point behind for his teammates to hold down. Ninja getting a 2-piece here, takes down Yuki to confirm that. Danielo was still with his Type 63 in hand, but Inopro coming through with his war machine gets taken down as well. Greatjoy finding a car kill there on one of the players from Cyclone as they reach 150. 106 here for H9. I saw someone in chat said please keep H9 up under 100, so it looks like that prediction is not going to come true tonight. H9 not going down without a fight at all. So we heard from the players from H9, but let's see what's going on in the minds from Cyclone Gaming.
Yeah, it spawns okay. I'm using my claw.
No, check Connector.
Connectors got me.
I got connectors. I found one person up. Go.
Connectors dead. There's one deep. He's climbing up 2 stairs.
What are they? Nice. Pick up it. We need rotation. We need rotation.
Inas.
We need rotation.
No, bro, you heard we need rotation. You see, they follow us drag hill.
We need rotation. Contest.
One in us. I'm playing top office. I'm playing top office. Hey, come top office. Two. One office.
Guy, this is my tempest though. You on you.
Yeah, I killed him.
What the fuck? Top office. I spawned both house. I spawned both house.
I spawned both house.
I spawned both house.
Well, apologies on the usage of the F word, guys. We shouldn't have. Moving on. Two-piece picked up 142, 185. Cyclone Esports now taking the lead here, back and forth for both these teams. But then ex-Hunt Nonobonds have really shown a good fighting spirit in this game.
Fighting spirit indeed, and that is more than enough to get them through on that 150 mark as Cyclone close in 192 in counting. And we can see the pressure building up here because Hunt Nonagon is getting way too close for comfort on the side of Cyclone. The swear words are a pure reflection of that as they get completely wiped out of point here, and Cyclone Gaming past that 200-point mark, looking to close things off on the next hill. Predator missile from Nandi coming through, taking out Inopro, sending him right back into a respawn as rotations are set back over onto P1. This could be the make or break point for both these teams here. The trades are going off. Top Control is looking to be dominated as Logan comes through with kills there on Inopro himself. We can see 4G getting taken down as well. The smokes are out, the concussions are out, and it is absolute mayhem here on Top Control. Cyclone Gaming still have control over P1 though. H and H9 are nowhere to be seen.
Nowhere to be seen. It's gonna be a little time until they get to that target point now. So far so good. 19 points left before they end things. Actually, not that. They will get even closer, and now the hill in their favor. We're back to P1, and now 20 more points left. And then 232, 157 is gonna be where we're at. But so far, Ninja finds a 2-piece into Noku and Devilman, and the scrap time is what Nona gonna take, but they will move away from that. The points of Cyclone going to that next hill, P2, and the scrap time, what's left of it, Ninja picks up 2-piece there. Noku and Greatjoy will fall, and now they will try to keep the boys of Nona guns out of that hill. As the hill reopens now, back and forth, Womashake and Yellow shoots it into that hill to try to clear it away and give that boys more grounds. But on the gun, stick it back. The hill's in their favor. 170.5. Cyclone Esports, they're closing in. What is the plan? For 2-piece, PX and 4, and the boys of Guns are keeping them out. The Cyclone Esports force their way through and take back the hill.
Take back the hill indeed. Cyclone Gaming less than 10 seconds needed now in this P2 point. Absolute money kill if you have played Hardpoint on Hacienda before. Simply holding down the head ditcher as he gets a 2-piece of his own. Last 2 seconds needed for Cyclone, and H9 break into the point and are going to have to hold it down if they want to force a P3 here. Nandi now going to try and break into point from the front. Yuki holding downstairs here, leaves his teammates behind to stop Cyclone Gaming from getting in. Point is contested by Nandi, who only manages to get 1 pick and 1 second more on the OBJ time here. H9 passing 190, closing in on that 200. Can they keep Cyclone Gaming off of the next point? We can see from the mini-map, the nades are out, the rotations are in play. Both teams are spawning right there. H and 9 did not manage to keep Cyclone off in time, and we ended off 250 to 194.
Well,
strong logo.
To be fair, the scoreline is not as bad. We think it to be. Production, please fix the logo on the hard point. It's supposed to be Cyclone Esports. Thank you very much, production. Yeah, so like I was saying, it didn't exactly. It wasn't exactly a one-sided game. It wasn't exactly a total beatdown. We saw Hunt Nonocons at some points towards the final rounds of the hard point. We saw Hunt Nonocons take the hill on that P2 and then keep Cyclone Esports out. And that was working for a short while until Cyclone Esports said, no, wait, what's going on? No, this can't be happening, right? And they took things back. We also saw a time where Hunt Nonocons took the lead. For a short while, it lasted, but Cyclone Esports always came back whenever they lost that lead and lost the game control. But still, look at the start here. Sims with 199 impact, 45 bomb. Same with Nandi. Danielo just below 1 bomb left. And of course, 434 for Ninja and 33 for Greyjoy on the other side.
Absolutely insane here. Yuki carrying his team, most amount of kills here for H9, 36 kills over a minute and 10 seconds in the point. Great Joy, the highest OBJ on the side of H9 with 1 minute and 44 seconds and 33 kills in his bag, along with Inopro above the 30 kill mark as well. Almost every player, again, from the side of H9, almost above that 1 minute mark. Devilman, the only one who fell 10 seconds short of that, but definitely flexible players on both these teams who came and showed up, but unfortunately only one team can win. And this is probably the closest hardpoint game that we've had tonight.
Yeah, I agree. Actually. It's just a 56-point score difference. It's pretty close. But let's see how the S&D goes. Will Cyclone Esports, somehow let them push it to control, or will Hot Nonogons force their way there? We've seen them force their way into hills. We've seen them force their way into the lead. But can they force their way into control to take the win? Let's see how it goes.
This is going to be interesting. We've seen Hardpoint Hacienda tonight multiple times, but this is going to be the first time we see Slums as an S&D map being played for tonight. This is definitely an interesting map to play S&D on. If you know anything about the players from Cyclone Gaming, some of them really favor Slums, not because it is home to our favorite production man behind the scenes, but because it's a fan favorite hardpoint map. Now you have to change up your strategies from aggressive and pushing and playing for OBJ to playing passive, watching your angles, playing your head glitches. I'm not sure how this is going to work out for both these teams.
Yep. Let's see how it's going to work out, honestly, because Search and Destroy on Slums is going to be the defining moment for Unknown Guns. Probably the start of something new, probably their turning point, or Cyclone Esports are just going to end it in a 2-0 fashion and we all go to bed. But hey, let's see how it goes. And one more time, shout out to our sponsors, of course, our sports gaming. We cannot do this without them. The African Pro Series, the African Challenger Circuit, the African Championship Circuit as a whole will not be possible without them. So shout out, and of course, shout out to our watch party, Die Hard. Man, thank you so much for pushing what we do out here, out there. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you. We all do at real time. We casters do as well. And of course, back to the game now. Search and Destroy on Slums. The Cyclone Esports versus no Gun. Cyclone Esports took the hard point. It was pretty close though. We saw back and forth. We saw them taking the lead. We saw them losing the lead. And now we get into Search and Destroy on Slums, where hopefully things turns out differently.
Well, you can see that they have spread the ancestral wine and hope that Jared blesses them on Slums on his home turf before both these teams restart the lobby and hopefully see where the night takes them. Guys, if you're on the side of Cyclone Gaming, you want to end things off in a 2-0 fashion. We've seen only one control map for tonight, but it was an absolutely dramatic, absolutely cinematic game that we watched. I don't think any of us have the energy for another third map for the night. Let's take it easy, guys. The teams have had enough, the players have had enough, productions had enough, casters have had, it's enough. Time out, please. If you're going to push a third map, end it quickly, guys. H9, you need to make absolute quick work of this. If you're pushing the reverse sweep, do not waste any time. No time to be passive. Just get it done and dusted.
Defend the objective.
Yeah, the lady. Get it done and dusted. Cyclone Esports. So we can all get our due rest and we can all get some sleep. Personally, I am pretty exhausted myself. But still, potentially the final game for tonight. Potentially the final game for tonight. Or potentially the second to the final game. We hope Hot Nano Guns has something more in store. When we listen to the call-outs, we did hear some dispute here between the players, but hopefully that has been resolved between them because, teamwork starts with unition in mind and unition in call-outs.
Well, we're definitely seeing another lobby reset, but that's African comp for you guys. One lobby reset is not enough. satisfaction for both these teams. We need to go ahead and do it again because we did not do the ritual right the first time. But while we wait for them to ready up, say their prayers before they head onto the map, guys, don't forget to vote on the poll in chat. Who you guys think is going to win? So far, only 12 people have voted, and 77% of them think that Cyclone is going to win. So the majority are siding with Cyclone right now. If you are obviously on the YouTube stream, don't forget to like up the stream as well. And yeah, let us know what you think the score prediction is going to be.
Let us know. Indeed, we need to hear your thoughts, guys. The polls are there for you to decide what you want to go for and who you think is gonna win the game. Hopefully, we don't get another lobby reset. I mean, let's just play the game. The suspense is, it's suspense starting to brew. So the more lobby resets, but hopefully that was the last. Hopefully they get to set things up, get the attachment right, get everything they need to get correctly, so we get started the game to prevent a DQ. No one wants to DQ. Not after all the hard work put in, not after all the clutches, all the outplays, and then you say a DQ. No one wants that. So yeah, patience, diligence, scrutiny, and of course, respect for the rules and adherence will be what will matter in situations like this.
Definitely. But I mean, this will be the third time that they are entering the map and entering the lobby. So, you know what they say, third time's a charm. Maybe we'll actually start the S&D once they get into the lobby now. I'm not seeing any predictions in the chat. I'm not sure if the 90 viewers that are here, well, 89 if you don't count Cal. Cal is always here in the chat. I'm not sure if the rest of them have fallen asleep in the stream. I know I might have, and hopefully they wake up in time to witness the S&D match that is about to start.
Hopefully the word you used there, about to start, is gonna be the situation here, because I mean the wait is just the wait, the suspense and everything in between is just something the viewers don't want to see. But then it is what is happening, guys. It is what it is, like I would say. And yeah, not counting Carl. It's not part of the stream. Carl, so it's there. But then on the comments, though, actually on the polls, I am seeing 20 votes made for the S&D, and I am seeing everything. Actually, 76% of players actually voted Cyclone Gaming, and only 24% voted for Hunt Nano Guns. Man. Well, let's see how it goes at the start of the S&D in round one.
Well, we need to see a bit more H9 support here, as Inopro came through strong with the first blood of the whole S&D. Takes down Daniello quick and easy here. We're going to start things off with the side of Cyclone on yellow, planting as Simsi takes down Yuki, a wallbang with the PKM in hand. Cyclone Gaming are planting, H9 are defending for our first 6 rounds, and the numbers are neck and neck.
Neck and neck, that's Inopro falling to Logan there. And now the man is just waiting now. It's 4v3. Numbers are not tied. It's in favor of Cyclone Esports. Things are looking really good. But so far, round one, Devilman Force as well seems to find him now 4v2. Numbers still in their advantage here. What can they salvage of the game? System out walks out, and of course, Logan puts him down. And now 40, the last man standing. Or can he make it work? So far, round one seems to be looking good for Cyclone Esports.
Absolutely insane. They put 4G in such a tough situation there, and they took it so relaxed. 4v1. The guy is just one person. He cannot carry the entire team on his back. We've seen from recent stats, guys, 4G is, as of right now, the strongest player on H9. He has the highest KD overall, but Inopro coming through strong here, taking out Simsi, doesn't manage to find a second. Nandi coming through with an AR of all guns and takes down 2 kills there for the side of H9. 3v2 now. Only 2 players. Great Joy at Devil Man, dropping to Ninja's shotgun on the other end of the map, and Great Joy stuck in a 1v3. Bomb is being planted on the complete other bomb side, and the pressure is on. The clock has started, and Great Joy is stuck.
Stuck is the word. It's a 1v3. And now the man is going to have to mow down 3 members of Cyclone Esports. But can he? Is going to be the big question now. They see the man in distance. That's 1 down, 2 to go. It's a great step. 1 step more. You might find another. Man is just holding his position there now. Danielo might be a push. Sees Greatjoy in distance. 1 pixel does 2. And Greatjoy will fall. Second round goes to Cyclone Esports.
2 back-to-back rounds here for Cyclone Gaming as H9 still stuck on no rounds. We're going to head into round 3 here, and we can see that Cyclone still hold that lead. As much as they're planting, they're not playing it too aggressively, so they're definitely doing something right. Inokro trying to go for his usual heady, but gets held back by a concussion. Logan takes out 4G. Nandi drops Yuki, and Nandi dropping to Inokro's Type 63. The numbers are in Cyclone Gaming's favor once again, as Simsi seals the deal. 3rd back-to-back round for Cyclone. Guys, I know I said end things quick, right? But I was speaking to H9 because I wanted them to push a 3rd map. It seems like Cyclone Gaming are following my coaching advice here, guys. If Cyclone needs a coach, you know where to find me. And you can see that we are heading into round 4 right now. Cyclone still planting the bomb as they push for a different bomb site here. Greatjoy completely taken off guard by Ninja's shotgun there as they push onto the A bomb site. Devilman now in 4G trying to push to avenge their fallen teammate. Bomb is being planted with no time to waste. We're in a 4v5 here, and Cyclone once again have the numbers.
Once again have the numbers, but now you speak of numbers, they will go down back and forth. HSD will find one. So that's 3v4 now. Numbers advantage, but Logan will find Yuki, make that 4v2. 4G and Devilman, the last man standing, was aggressive and they think I'm the best player of the team, but Devilman and 4G will fall just like that. Danielo and Ninja puts them down, and 4 back-to-back rounds is taken by Cyclone Gaming.
Absolutely did not expect this. This isn't even one-sided, guys. The hardpoint was still close, right? This isn't one-sided. This is bullying. This is cyber bullying in its finest. 4 back-to-back rounds here for Cyclone. H9 still to receive a round. Danielo coming in strong with a 2-piece there. Yuki and Inokro sent right into round 6, and we haven't even gotten over round 5 yet. Devilman holding the head glitch here, trying to avenge his teammates. Him and Greatjoy, the last 2 standing. Devilman is yet to find a value in this S&D, and it's not going to happen in the 5th round as Ninja puts him down and Nandi takes down Greatjoy. This is tough to watch.
That was a flawless round, by the way. Round 5 was flawless. They didn't lose a single member. And of course, no one gets straight to round 6. And I don't exactly know what the plan is for Nonogons, but if anything is planned, they've got to start it now. 5 back-to-back rounds taken by Cyclone Gaming and potentially a match point round for them. Let's see how it goes. It's going to be what I will say. They will hold the position. Now Nate's being thrown back and forth. Numbers not dropped just yet. And hopefully that's not a Black Matter jinx, because if that is, that's going to be the Type 63 from Danielo. The man is hungry for H9 blood. He's going to have to come closer. Perhaps run into Ninja with that HSD there. Back and forth again. That seems to falling first. 5v4. H9 contingency plan might be in action.
As Inokro is the one carrying H9 right now, while every single other member has only a single kill to their name. Cyclone Gaming is making very quick work here. Logan trying to go for the wall bangs, but is not finding any values. Just over 1 minute left on the clock. And this is the last round for now that Cyclone Gaming are going to be planting. Inokro finding another value in Danielo, bringing his kill count up to 4 as Logan ends Devilman. Yuki taking down Logan. Yuki falling to Nandi. The trades are coming through one by one. H9 in a 2v2 situation here. Nandi and Ninja against Inokro and 4G. Not an impossible situation for either of these teams, as Inokro bringing it down to a 2v1 by taking out Nandi over the head glitch here. And now Ninja stuck 1v2, bomb in hand, less than 30 seconds on the clock. It is do or die.
Do or die indeed. If they're gonna stop it, it's gonna stop it now. See the man in the back show. What the hell was that reaction time? 4G finds Ninja, despite the fact that he backed him first. My goodness. H9 might have just started something here. A bit too late, but like I always say, better late than never, Kiko.
Bomb acquired.
Absolutely insane. We can see this may be the start of a comeback here for H9, hoping to sway things in their favor as they have also switched sides and are now going to be planting. Logan coming through with a two-piece there, Daniela with a two-piece of his own, and they do not like the fact that H9 just won the last round. 4G fighting for his life here, boxing gloves out, and he doesn't find a value as Simpsy shoots him in the back with that deadly PKM. And we've entered match point for Cyclone.
Match point for Cyclone indeed. And this might just be the final map, the final game for tonight. And okay, I am saying all the goodbyes because this might just be it. But then 2 members are down, and Cyclone Esports losing members just like that. Only 2 left, and almost a flawless round for Nonogon for the first time in this S&D on Slums. But let's see how it's going to go. Seems they will fall, leaving 1 member, Logan, last man standing, 1v5. That's a 1 pixel to do. Picks up Devilman, and now the bomb being planted. No time wasted at all. Logan might want to push the remaining 4. Might want to push his lock. This might be the outplay of the century, the highlight reel we've all been waiting for in this match. Might just be it. Might just what Logan needs. Touch and burn doesn't work. Man gonna have to reposition and perhaps restructure his strategies there. The man will have to move now, getting closer. Perhaps makes a move, but nope. No pro says no and gets the round for Hunter Guns.
H9 clearly did not want to waste any time there. They knew they had that round in the bag when it was a 1v5 situation against Logan standing all on his own. We're possibly at another match point here. 6-2 in favor of Cyclone Gaming. And smoke is already out on P1. Daniela with the VMP in hand now. Only manages to find 1 value. Devilman dropping to Nandi there with the AR in hand. Great Joy takes out Nandi. No for taking out Logan. Cincy now stuck with Ninja in a 2v2. Going for that wallbang yet again. Great Joy and 4G, last 2 standing. Boxing gloves are out yet again, and he finds value this time, punching Ninja into the next round. Simpsy now in a 1v2, sniper, and I think PKM in hand. I mean, we've seen this play before.
Yep, we've seen this play before, and now last man standing. Simsy is gonna have to make it work. It's 1v2, and the bomb not picked up. It's just full TDM for this round. You see how things are going right now. 4G, the man is just keeping his distance, and Great Joy, last man standing for H9 on their side. For Simsy, and it's gonna be thrown perhaps to one. I see the move. Climbs 4G headshot, finds it through, and now 1v1. Last man standing, Great Joy one more time. Simsy versus Great Joy in what might be the final round for this S&D. And Simsy makes it work and now wants to go for the defuse to secure the round, the win, the best of 3 series for Cyclone Esports.
The man had a sniper and a PKM. In what universe does that help you clutch a 2v1? That nade was the absolute distraction that he needed. He used it to his advantage, and Cyclone Gaming end the series off 2-0. They won the hardpoint and the S&D, and we get to sleep early tonight, guys. I'm so happy.
I am happy myself as well, but well, at least H9 avoided a flawless S&D. And did get 2 rounds for themselves. And now looking at the stats here, we get 175 for Simsy, 10 bomb dropped. On the other side, 130 for Inopro, 8 bomb dropped, and 5 for Devilman.
Well, the other players from H9 not looking too strong there. Most of them below 5 kills, except for Inopro and Devilman carrying the team quite strong. And Simsy, the only player in the lobby with a double-digit kill. That is absolutely insane. I mean, Cyclone Gaming were in the lead. I think it was 5-0 at one point until H9 decided to wake up. So, understandably, I'm not surprised at these stats at all.
Yeah, well, it had to happen one time or another, and this time was the time for Cyclone Esports. Hopefully, next time they run into each other in another comp, it's going to be a different situation entirely. But still, for this one, for today, Cyclone Esports are the victorious ones.
We can see why they're second on the league standings as of today, and that number can only go up after they have won their series for the night 2-0. So we've had quite an action-packed full night for tonight.
Yeah, we've had quite an action night filled, but unfortunately the end has to come someday. It's been amazing. It's been a nice time. It's been power-packed back and forth, especially the third game we had for tonight, PDX Trinity. That was the main event. And of course, we also had some very interesting play. We saw MashHarder go toe-to-toe. We saw other teams in between, right? Everything in between. But still, shout out to ASG once more, our sponsors, for bringing to us the absolute cinema that is the African Pro Series. Shout out to Die Hard for watch partying the whole stream. Shout out to production Jerry. Shout out to Black Matter for casting. Shout out to Kijo as well. And guys, it's been an amazing time with you guys tonight, but we have to go now. The casters have to rest. But we'll be seeing you guys on Saturday. It'll be the last day of the league phase for the African Pro Series. Good night and cheers.